Hi, we're here. Danny's not. They're hiding. They went and got drinks because they're thirsty. Hello, and welcome to All That Ails You, presented by Thembos and Dragons. I'm Izzy, and I'm stealing Chaos Guide again. Is there a noise? What's going on?
I was being stupid. I thought no one could see it. I spooked myself.
Oh,
It was fine.
we'd like to start by thanking our artists, Carly, Mackie, and Sam, for your amazing contributions. And I'd also like to thank all of you for your continued support of us. While you probably know these rules already, I'll explain them again. In this chaotic campaign, all of our players were only originally able to learn two things about themselves: their pronoun and their race. And while I allowed them to select their pronouns, everything was randomly generated from that point on. When it comes to their stats, I use point by, and then their proficiencies, abilities, everything, like I said, entirely random. I think they've, for the most part, figured out who they are. Yeah, I see everyone has their race/class now figured out. And how did you scare yourself?
I minimized OBS, thought I closed it, panicked, and realized you just minimized it. It's right in front of you. I was like, I'm dumb. I'm real dumb.
You thought you closed everything and it okay.
I was like, did I mess
That
up the stream? Oh God. Oh wait, nope, it's cool. It's
yeah,
right there.
that would definitely yeah.
Liz,
And
your
how
heart
this
muted.
works, if a player does something that requires a check and I ask them to make a check, they'll learn about their role if they don't already know it. But other than that, they have amnesia and they're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any announcements? Like Liz, who was muted?
Dice system.
Oh, right.
The dice. Speaking of the dice, our D&D donation abilities for $1 100 bits. You can grant guidance or a +1 to a player's rolls. For $3 or 300 bits, you can grant inspiration or a D6 to a player's rolls. For $10 or 1,000 bits, you can create a custom NPC for the stream. New character,
Yeah.
who dis? It's
Like a
also
bone
in
dragon.
our chat. Like multiple bone dragons.
Everyone gets a bone dragon.
Also, don't forget to check out the chat for links to our artists. Woo!
Yay! And
Woohoo.
if we don't have any other announcements, I did actually write like, Liz had said, when we last left you thingy last time.
Previously on.
I have a message.
What is your message?
Ah.
Okay. Thank you, Gargura. When we last left you, one by one, we were introduced to our party as they arrived outside the small tavern cafe known as All That Ails You. Once settled, they each realized that their memories had vanished, and all they recalled was their individual introductions to the hosts: the excitable but mostly untrainable Ronan, the stoic but sometimes hot-headed Hattori, the warm and welcoming Geisha, and the not be forgotten, the mistress or meowstress, as some had called them. While the party was suspicious of their hosts, they agreed to aid the strange mistress, who promised that aiding her may lead to their memory safe returns. I'm getting beat booped. And that's what it was. With this agreement, they marched into the nearby marsh with Hattori as their guide and uncovered several toxic plants that were poisoning their surroundings. After a quick pruning, there was relief to the marsh, and Baran discovered a piece of paper at their feet that matched the torn note in their pocket. Written on it, only an ominous message: "You don't want to remember." And then the party returned to the tavern. What are you doing?
Do we see the mistress or anyone, or is it just like the usual?
Well, you have Hattori with you.
Right.
Ronan is still inside. You can actually see that they were outside with a spread of food that they had prepared themselves.
Right, and it was all gross looking.
Yeah. And it all looked, well, it doesn't look, it looks either overcooked or undercooked. There's no cooked.
Right. I will look at Hattori. So, after finishing this mission, what do we do now?
Well, you should have regained some of your memories. At least that's how it worked for us.
Did anyone regain a memory of some sort?
Did we? DM?
Not to my knowledge.
No. No.
Not really.
Right. So check that one as did not work.
I guess Mickey kind of remembered, someone, a couple children
that's
jumping on their
right.
stomach.
That's right.
Oh, that clock's gonna just be creepy because it doesn't show the right time ever. Even when it's right twice a day, it's not right.
Actually, I did remember something.
Oh, all right. That's good.
Yes.
So is it like each one of us might remember something at each mission? Because if that's the case, it's going to take forever.
Usually it has something to do with who the mission was for. As an example, I think that one was for you.
Oh, lovely, perfect. All I remembered is a note that says you don't want to remember, so
Was that note in your handwriting?
I'm not quite sure. The note itself disappeared. It's just paper now. But let's see. Does someone have a quill? Something I can inkwell? Something I can write with?
Hattori kind of goes into
Can
their pocket, pulls out a pen.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I pluck one of my own feathers?
Oh my
Just hand it over. Oh, yeah. That makes more sense. I will try
They have a
putting
pen
it
on them.
back. I will try putting my own feather back into my body. It's not working.
I don't think that's how that works, my friend.
It
Now you
does.
have a loose
Ronan
feather.
rushes over to you with some glue.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
don't glue that. That will just peel off more feathers.
Right, yeah, I don't think that's gonna
We pour a bunch of
work
glue
out.
into a spot,
Oh no.
and I
Did
just
you
Oh,
stick
put the
the.
dear.
feather back in?
My-
I don't put it
sweet
in
little child.
at the root like it should. I put it down flat, so it's like sideways.
Perfect.
Yes, that's gonna end
Oh,
poorly.
you sweet little thing.
It's fixed.
Oh.
Lovely. You did such a good job.
Oh,
I will
bless your
take the
heart.
pen and I will write you don't want to remember on the piece of paper. Does it look like the handwriting that was on?
You wrote it down. You placed the writing onto it. You looked at the writing. Make an investigation check, which I don't know if you know your investigation yet.
I do. +1.
Okay.
12.
It looks familiar to you.
Right. It might have been my actual handwriting, though, or close to it.
Mm. And as you're doing that, you watch as the ink kind of soaks into the paper
Mm-hmm.
and tears away from the sheet, and the piece that you wrote it on vanishes into the air.
Just like poofs or like catches fire? Or...
It kind of catches some wind, and then as it's twirling into it, you watch as it almost expands into a feather, not a feather, a leaf, a maple leaf specifically, because I'm Canadian. And then flutters into the wind, vanishing.
That was pretty odd, eh?
Now, wouldn't it be a strange twist of fate if that was going back in time to you from a few moments ago, and it was just an innocuous message you wrote down on a piece of paper for no apparent reason, and now you've spooked yourself?
Right, but that leads a whole conversation about time travel, and if time travel is actually real, and if everything we've done is just predetermined by what we've done before, and then, who was the first one to do this, and if I break the pattern, would other things happen that we didn't expect? It's a whole line of questioning.
Right, sweetheart, I love where you're coming from here, but I don't get none of that.
I don't either, to be honest. Lovely. Well, either that's going to me in the past, or that's going somewhere else that we don't know where, and might come back to bite us in the arse.
Or it could have just, vanished from existence.
I just have another power I just wasn't aware of.
It's more likely that it was forgotten.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, we remember it floating right on by, so I don't think that that's possible.
Doom you? Doom you really?
yes.
I mean, it was a note that was just written right in front of us, so I think I would remember it.
They kind of give you like, and then head off to the back to start preparing more food.
Well, if it was forgotten, it will show up here soon enough, right? This is what this place
Did
is
that-
for.
He's just teasing you. He does that.
Are we expected to eat this? Is that like we should do it to be polite or something?
Oh, I am
Um,
looking forward to it, actually.
I've never eaten any of his food for a reason. Good luck.
I doubt that it can be that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to regret this. I'm going to choose something that looks overcooked, not
I'm gonna look.
undercooked.
I'm going for undercooked because I have no brain, no thoughts, and empty.
What kind of thing would be appetizing to you? What would you look for?
I mean, for me, not meat because I don't trust them cooking meat.
Okay, so you see some really burned loaves of bread.
I will try a burnt piece of bread.
Okay, they're kind of like baguettes. Just take a bite out of it, or
Yep, I'll just take a not a full bite, like a little bit of a nibble.
okay. So the first nibble for this piece, this one's really hard, like rock. Like you could use it as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at another one of them on that's nearby, it looks a little more burnt, but seems a bit more soft. So taking that one, you go and take another nibble, and it's still somehow wet inside, even though it's burnt all around it.
You might want to watch out for the baguettes. They are both burnt and raw, and I don't know how that's possible.
What a skilled child, a fascinating chef.
Or they just broke physics in some way, and I don't know how.
I have a running theory. Now, call me crazy, but consider. The little kid tried to tell us that something happened to the note that we forgot it. Maybe they just forgot the food was cooking in the first place.
Fair.
That would
Memory
make
seems to be a whole
sense.
thing in this kind of shebang, so
Can I eat the bread loaves? Both the hard part and the doughy part.
Sure. The one that are you just taking the one right out of Baldwin's hand?
The one you said don't eat that one, the one you pointed to. I'm just gonna pick it up.
Okay,
Start
you're
chewing
gonna
it.
eat it. Yeah. It's a bit chewy, doughy. It's not bad. Tastes like bread, but
I did warn you, to be fair.
Tastes weird.
Yes, it is both burnt and raw at the same time. I don't understand how.
how big of a bite did you take?
How big of a bite can a beak take?
I mean, it depends on your beak. How big is your beak?
Sparrows don't have large beaks. They're real skinny.
So how big of a bite did you take?
The biggest I could take physically is really
Okay.
it.
I know that you wanted to figure out your con, so go ahead and make a con save.
I mean, I already did. I just.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to figure that out.
Oh no, I already know it. I just want to
Oh,
eat this
okay.
bread.
I need to figure out my con though, so I
I also need to figure out my con.
I got
I
all
might
my
grab-
stats.
So that's why
Like
you're
a-
going for the undercooked. Are you looking for meat there, Eshriel? Eshiral?
Esheral, but
Eshiral.
everyone just calls me Eshy.
Eshi.
So I'm going for some undercooked fish because, you know,
I mean,
that's
it's
what I'm
not.
used to.
Yeah. I mean, sushi exists. Yeah.
But
You
there's
go
a difference
through-
between attempting to make it sushi and it being something, fresh out the pond.
So yeah. You eat so it actually tastes good. It's well spiced. Just not well cooked. I guess we can make a con save.
Yeah, Yeah. All right, I gotta figure this shit out.
Your modifier for that is a +2.
All right. It ain't sushi, y'all. That's a 6.
I mean, it's not bad. Your stomach feels a little but it's filling.
Was that all right? Is that safe to try?
I wouldn't deem so. That's it's good, but it's just very, very raw.
It's a bit cold in bits. Like it's like the outside they put it on for just enough where it cooked the outside and a bit of the corners, but the middle is still a bit like icy.
Like I'm used to the cold, but like this is food that you have not put on a stove. It just kind of taps into the flame, you know?
Indeed. Well, I'm gonna also find some like burnt beef or whatever and try that and hope it's not raw in the middle.
I mean, yeah, I guess. All right. There is definitely beef that's around. You take some, roll a con save. We'll see what we get out of this. That is a +2.
+2. I got 13 then.
13? Yeah, your stomach's fine. It did taste a bit undercooked in the middle, even though it was overcooked outside, but not to the point where it's dangerous or risky. The flavor's okay. This one's edible.
This one isn't bad if they would have just left it on a bit longer, actually. So, not bad, this beef thing, whatever it is. At least I think it's beef. I really hope it's beef. Something weird, like, I don't know.
Which food looks like it had the most love and care and effort put into it by Ronan's standards? Can I insight check the food?
You know what? Ronan is kind of coming in and out. You could insight him as well to see where he seems to be focusing his attention to the most.
Okay.
So
let's do that.
Yeah, you have for Miggy, only a +1 to insight.
All right, that's what I thought. But it's a nat 20.
Oh, you can tell specifically by how one of the dishes is garnished that there is a couple of fish together that seem fairly well cooked, but in the same process that you had taught him how to cook it. And it's decorated very beautifully. It looks like he put this aside very close to where you
are. Okay, then I will eat that one specifically.
Did you already know your con?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a +5.
Yeah, you're fine.
He just wants to eat it.
It's actually really good. This dish is cooked properly.
Oh, well, this one's quite nice. Did anyone want a piece?
I feel like that might have been left for you.
Yeah.
And I am offering to share.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a properly cooked thing. Yes, actually, yes.
Are there like smaller serving plates left out?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like really fine plates that have been left out. Nice white plates with like little cats chasing mice around in circles around the trim.
All right, I will divide this fish up, but give myself the biggest piece.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
At one point, Ronan comes back out, looking at Kinara. This one isn't chicken noodle soup. This one is bacon noodle soup.
Y'all got a bacon noodle soup?
I was
How-
trying to find something that wasn't bird.
How do you make
It's
noodles out of
it's
bacon?
bacon?
Cause bird.
How do you
Do I? Do I?
but how do you make noodles out of bacon?
How do you make noodles out of chicken?
That's right. How do you make those into noodles?
Those
Uh,
aren't actually what the noodles are made of in
no.
the soup.
You're telling me shrimp fried this rice?
Yeah, shrimp fried it.
Yeah.
I will take some of the soup. But just in cases, is there like do they have plants in here? Like a big potted plant?
What?
Is there big potted plants in this room?
Oh, to pour the soup into.
If it is not good, I'm gonna
Yeah,
slide a hand of the soup into this potted plant so I can
sorry,
find out my.
I was like, squid's right there.
Oh, squid is potted plant.
No. They were fancy boots. That's
They
right.
were fancy boots.
To be fair, I am a trash can.
Oh my god. Yes, there are now specifically potted plants around.
Okay. I will try.
I got
this
distracted.
then.
I lost my train of thought. It derailed.
Soup.
Like every train you've ever been on, apparently.
Yeah,
for
every
shit.
train I'm on just apparently sucks.
Then
What are these call outs for?
I guess that means we don't have a good track record.
I need
I'm
to
sorry.
end
I
this
actually quit
stream.
the group. Yeah, we're done.
hang on, let me open up OBS again.
We're
And
this is the end of the line for us.
Oh my god.
all right, that's it. Stream's over. Nice meeting y'all. It was great to have you here. Let me just put us on the ending screen and we go.
Yes, there is potted plants around where you can store the soup if it's terrible.
I will try the soup then.
Did you want actually you should make an insight check, I think. Do you have your insight?
I do have my insight.
Okay.
It is 17.
This doesn't look like bacon.
Okay, in that case, I will try a soup full of the broth without any of the stuff in it.
Okay.
See if the broth tastes weird.
I need to look something up.
Okay.
I need this. It has a very pungent and gamey
Nope.
taste to it.
Yep. This is not. Yep. I'm gonna casually walk over to this plant and try to sleight of hand pour this bowl of soup.
It tastes good, but it has a very distinctive taste. As you pour the soup into there, make a perception check.
Yeah. Ha! 7.
Okay, you don't see anything. No, you're fine. The soup, you notice that the plant actually seems quite excited for this, and begins to grow a little bit.
Right. Okay. This food is quite lovely. Thank you for cooking. I'm very full.
Only the best from you. And then they'll head back inside.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
Ronan, boy, this fish was very good. Nice job.
Thank you. And they'll kind of bow, and seem to have this like embarrassed. They've never heard someone say it was good before, and then head back inside while backing up because they don't want to lose eye contact with you.
Oh, I will keep eye contact until the door closes behind them then.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, the grandpa vibes are real. So
There's
despite
also a soup for Kinara and Eshi as well. It was the same. They had brought soup out to all of you.
I'm definitely giving it a shot.
I'm
Okay.
picking out just the meat and eating it.
Yeah, I'm assuming as a bird you've tried this before. This is definitely mouse.
Oh, I'm having a great time. This is the best soup
yeah,
I've ever had.
It's a mouse noodle. It's a noodle soup. Yeah, for sure.
I'm eating this soup just vigorously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any soup to eat vigorously.
Yep. Eshi, you try it. It tastes good. It's a bit gamey, and I had to look up what mouse tastes like.
It's a little I don't know, plucky for my taste.
Yes, but still good. I finished my whole bowl. It was quite delicious.
Did
Hold
you
on, let me
try to
check something.
stealth hide your?
I said I
Sleight of-
wanted to sleight of hand pouring this into.
Okay.
Oh,
Did
if
you
you want-
already know your sleight of hand?
Nope.
Or okay. For you, that is a +3.
+3. I got a natural 20, so
No one saw that.
can
that
I?
was quite good. Quite good.
But I genuinely don't know if that sounded suspicious or not.
I know. So
You're gonna make an insight check.
can I also
Yeah,
make an insight?
Might as well.
I was like, I rolled
Um,
deception.
If you don't know, Kanara, yours is +0.
Woo!
Eshi, yours is +2. Miggy, are you also doing insight? You've got yours, or
I've got mine, and he trusts them. That's fine.
Balrin, you are doing deception at a -1.
I got a
16.
5.
Oh, I got a 4.
My charisma is trash.
Well, absolutely no one saw what happened. Everyone knows that you're lying.
I'm literally looking. I fully was inciting. Like, did you actually eat all of that soup? Is it gone? Is there more?
You're looking for more.
I'm looking at their bowl. Like, is there more soup in there?
So you had all of it, did you?
I did eat it, so quite good. Quite good. Bravo.
All the way down to the thick part of the bottom?
No. Some of the I'm not a big broth fan, so I do not drink all the broth. But usually it makes me have to go potty, so
Oh my
at
god.
least that's what we're saying now, because I
Ah,
actually don't
well.
remember what it does. So there.
If you gotta go, you gotta go, but you gotta enjoy a meal.
I've enjoyed it quite a bit. That fish was delicious, and the soup was an experience.
It was.
Very.
I've never
very-
had soup with mouse in it.
I'm
Mouse?
sorry.
Very good.
A
I'm
mouse?
sorry.
I just
Try
look
again?
at the little. I just look at the little meats. Yeah, eats it. Mouse.
That's not. I-
Oh well, I can say that mouse is very fresh. Then I saw them catch it.
Oh.
Yeah, you do recall seeing Hattori
Right.
catch
Well,
the. Yeah.
I did see a black cat run across my path that caught a mouse, so sorry there, champ. Didn't make it. Very unfortunate. So what's the next mission? As we enjoy these delights.
yeah, I'd like to get on the hunt for our memories as soon as possible.
And not
Tori's
mice.
back to like treating their weapon, taking it apart, making sure that it's properly cared for. Geisha does eventually come out with actually cooked properly food. Different kind of breads, stuff that looks, nicely browned, cuts really well, doesn't have wet inside of it. Different kinds of meats like fish and stuff like that, and then kind of looks over at Ronan's food and sees how some of the food is gone, and it's like, you at least tried.
Indeed, it's always good to try new experiences, I guess.
Just pretend like this was some of his stuff. And she puts it down on another table and is
But the fish was
gesturing
really
towards
good.
it.
They did do quite well with this fish. It's chef's kiss.
Yeah.
It's really good.
The mistress will be here a bit later. So just enjoy your food.
Thank you.
What do you guys do around here besides cooking food?
We mostly just greet our many different customers that come through here trying to find themselves.
Do you get a lot of people who've come through here?
Usually once a group leaves, another group moves in very shortly afterwards.
Interesting. Was the group that left before we came in?
Hmm. What about them?
I'm just asking if there was one.
About a week earlier or so, at least here.
Were they as
Goodness.
delightful as us?
Um, they were okay.
Oh,
Just okay.
Some people don't take too kindly to their memories vanishing, and some people lash out and think that we're the ones who did it.
Oh, unfortunate. You guys have been nothing but lovely.
So sometimes it can be difficult to help people move past the situation.
that is awful. Take a licorice.
Oh, um, takes it. It's a bit hard, because it's been is it a pocket licorice?
Oh, it's a pocket licorice.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. There's a bit of fluff at the bottom of the piece. They kind of remove it and brush it aside, but very good. And they have like big, strong teeth in the front because rabbit that go through it.
Do you carry lots of snacks and candies in your pockets there, Miko chap?
I do. Did you need some?
Ah. No, I was just wondering where all this candy kept coming from.
You'll understand when you're my age. It's part of your job in life.
I
Hand
mean,
out candy.
who knows? I could actually be older than you.
Ain't that gonna be a sight to see if it's true?
Age is a mental state.
I thought
Good
it
to
was
know.
physical. Is it not real?
It's not like you can.
It's not like you can.
Oh, baby.
It's
He's
not
getting.
like you can just change how old you are on a birth certificate.
But you can change how old you feel with perception.
Do you have to write the same thing each time?
What do you mean?
I don't know how those work. Do you just put like a different number on it each time? I thought that's what you did.
I guess everyone's a bit different. You know how they handle age and whatnot. I mean, I guess some could say that they are very, very old if they wanted to, or I mean, you could always say you're a certain age for a long period of time. You're just forever 29. I don't know. Um, I've watched The Nanny. She's been 29 for like 5 years.
She was 29?
In the show, that's what Nanny Fine keeps saying, that she's 29.
My brain was like, she's 60, because that's what the age of nannies are.
Nanny Fine was not 60.
Um,
So, I mean, I guess it really depends on where you're from. I mean, another Inox interlude.
yeah.
I was
So-
thinking of Super Nanny, not the correct one.
Oh, yes. No, Fran Drescher, like the nanny, not the super nanny. So, I guess you technically could if that's part of your culture, but most don't. Most just get older and older each year. And yes,
Fascinating.
it quite is. I don't know why I never thought of all that.
Oh. Is there anything that y'all want to do for about an hour of time that passes here, or?
Nope. Eat the good food. Sorry,
Okay.
friend.
I'm gonna
food.
keep
Or-
eating Ronan's food.
Okay, awesome.
I kind of
I will have you
alternate.
make a con check, but like you are a lizard folk, so you can do it with advantage. Your stomach's
Okay.
probably a bit different.
It's built different.
I have important information for this
An
stream.
18.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine. What's important? Oh,
I drew
And
said art.
snakes.
Wind snake. Is this a reminder? It was in in between my notes, and I went, "Well, this has to just be popped out real quick."
if you wanted to show it, you probably should have turned off your filter.
You know what? That's you're
Yeah.
you're right.
It's our fan art.
Listen, I got
It's a fan art drawn by me because I can't draw.
oh,
Wednesday.
After about an hour, Ronan does eventually come out, like I'd say 20, 30 minutes later, and clears all the plates after you're done eating. And after a bit of waiting, Geisha comes out with tea, prepares tea for everyone. Hattori kind of steps out, and you can see that they come back with a bag that's moving. So you can probably assume it's filled with more mice.
my eyes are trained on that bag. I'm just watching it. It's the most
Are
bird-like
you
I've.
hiding it, or are you
No,
just watching it?
I am actively. This is the most bird-like I've been, where it's just like bird eyes, like.
Okay. Well, she notices you. She puts her hand into the bag and throws one of the mice at your direction.
Can I try and catch it with my mouth?
Sure.
What is that? Is it
An attack roll.
athletics? Damn
Athletics, sure.
it! It's like, what do I not know?
Listen, we're
If you don't-
desperate to find things.
If you don't know your athletics, sure. It can be your athletics, which you have a +1 in.
Where does my pen keep going? Then that makes it a 19.
You catch it in your mouth.
I'm just eating this mouse. I
Nom,
do.
nom, nom, nom.
I do a little crunch, and then I eat this mouse.
Oh,
And then
jeez.
she returns into the back, and you don't know where she went with them, but
That is gruesome.
It's delicious.
Oh, I don't doubt that. It just the sound of the bones was very
It's loud. I'm gonna have to spit them up later.
lovely. Good luck with that.
Oh, do
Oh,
you spit them out in the little pellets or whatever?
No, that's no. I don't think I
No.
was like, wait a minute. Do I know what owls are?
Who?
Ooh.
Who?
Ooh.
Who?
And then I'd say about 10 minutes after that, the mistress returns downstairs and she looks over at all of you. So your assignment is done, I assume.
Yes, it is indeed.
Did you find the answer you were looking for?
Just a note in possibly my handwriting that said you don't want to remember, and that was about it.
Some people don't like to know the truth. Perhaps
Yep.
that's why you found my realm.
Yes, I mean everyone else seemed they came here from another place. I was already walking down the street when I stumbled upon this.
I could sense you enter normally, which doesn't usually happen unless you were seeking us out.
Lovely.
So it's very likely that you don't want to remember. Perhaps you'll become one of us and work amongst Ronan and Hattori.
And I must admit, I'm not a very good cook.
Well, neither is Ronan,
That is fair.
but the boy does try.
And
They are
indeed,
a fine chef. I just feel like informing you.
I'm
they
offended
did.
in
They
a
did
corner.
make some very good stuff.
Right, well,
All
they
they need is a
definitely
little-
tried.
Proper instruction, that's all.
It's the thought that counts.
So I wonder which one of you will be next. Well, I'm sure your assignment will find itself when you're ready.
And what does that mean exactly?
They usually find their ways of manifesting themselves, as you were poisoning our water supply with your emotions about your forgotten past.
Those plants were me.
That's why we found your reason amongst them.
Wow, I'm such a dick.
No worries, you forgot you were a dick. So now you can, move on from that.
None of what happens manifests intentionally. It's just how we process our feelings.
Oh.
Consider
Well,
this a sort of therapy.
I was about to say, I don't think I signed up for no group therapy, so
Well, you can leave at any time, but it's usually once you've found yourself.
I found jelly beans.
It's rare to get medical treatment for free, so you should just accept it, Eshi.
I mean, I suppose that's fair enough.
I'm pretty sure I broke something and I never went and got it fixed. I think I just left it.
You broke something.
Unlike my body.
Are you talking about your feather?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I fixed it. Points to
Well,
the glue
fix is a
pile.
very loose term.
And it's awful because the glue has now like grabbed a whole bunch of different feathers which have now clumped together and it
Mhm.
just looks terrible.
I'm gonna have a
And she
little bald
walks over
spot.
to you. She walks over to you and she places her hand just above it, and after her hand moves away, your feathers are back to normal, including that one feather that you plucked that is returned to
It's
its spot.
fixed. The glue
That
helped.
should be better.
Yeah.
Were any of you hurt by your adventures?
No. Though someone was. Who was hurt? Who did I heal?
Well, Hitori healed once she arrived, but none of you really know our ways here for restoration.
No.
I think I was hit. I see I have -4 HP written on my thing.
Well, if any of you want healing, I can provide it for you.
I mean, you look a little like you've gotten a fight with some hedges, so
You saying that to Kanara?
yeah.
Yes, sorry, I was dealing. The technical thing popped up. Yes. Did the fixing of my feathers also heal me
It did.
for
You healed for whatever you had taken
4?
so far.
I don't know what my max is. Still,
You know that you have at least 4.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mickey, is she both feeling all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm actually better than when we went in.
I'm doing just fine.
Lovely. I think the rest of us are quite all right.
Yeah. Then hopefully your next task will present itself shortly.
I hope
For
so.
now, you can retire to your rooms whenever you wish and see yourselves around. Just don't travel too far.
Oh, there are things to see.
Well, I won't restrict anyone from moving around my realm. Just be very careful where you go. There is creatures amongst here that are not what you will enjoy, but they
Right.
will enjoy you.
like wind
Hot.
snakes.
Wind snakes.
We had to. They were in the place we were earlier.
What is a wind snake?
It's when the wind is a snake. The little they're on it. They were on the above the ground and all white. It was scary.
Does anyone know what they're talking about?
I believe one of your associates called it miasma, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yes, that makes sense. Yes, the wind snakes.
A very clever name for it.
I will remember that for the future.
Right. Well, will you tell us when our next job is, or is it just gonna pop
It's
up
not
like?
always my decision, it just sometimes presents itself.
Oh,
That is a little troublesome, but
all right.
And you feathered one, and she'll like kind of tap her hand, giving you like a head pat. Um,
Poof.
don't let the wind snakes bite.
I'm looking around for wind snakes now that she said that they're wind snakes.
And she'll start turning around and heading towards
What?
the stairs.
Right. So, I guess we're just stuck doing nothing for a while, which I'm not a fan
Well,
of.
you could look around.
Yes, I suppose so. I guess that's what I'll go ahead and go do.
Do you recommend any forms of entertainment around here? Mini golf or bingo night or something.
I don't think they have.
I think
a
you just
bingo night.
invented bingo and mini golf. So
What is bingo and mini golf? Is that something where you're from?
Oh, yes. So mini golf, you hit a little ball around and try to get it in a hole. The kids love it. It's very entertaining. And bingo, you sit in a room with a piece of paper and people shout letters and numbers, and eventually, sometimes you win.
Z42.
that is it.
That
Oh,
is
I
bingo.
won. Thank you.
Oh, that's fascinating. So fast. I mean, who chooses these letters and numbers? I mean, could it just be anything?
There's a whole system for it. If it shows up, we'll do it.
Fascinating.
Right.
I can dig holes.
What would we do with that?
We could build our own mini golf course.
What's mini
Uh,
golf? What's
Oh,
You take little balls.
Hit them into holes.
oh,
It was Ronan that offered to dig holes, right?
Yeah.
Come along, Ronan. We shall build them a mini golf course, and when it's ready, we will introduce them to it.
All right. You have. Oh, what can we use for now that we've invented golf? I think there are probably some like swords without hilts and other things around that could be used. Little mallets. I guess we could just make it croquet.
oh.
actually, just croquet.
Golf's an old sport, right?
Yeah.
It feels like old white people sport.
It definitely is.
Yes.
Right.
So I guess what are we gonna do for that? What is that role?
Make a mini golf check.
I guess we'll start off with a nature check to find the right area to do this.
Jesus.
Okay. I think my nature is a +2. Is that correct?
Yep, +2.
All right. That's an 11.
Okay. Well, you found a fairly green area that's a bit open. It's not incredibly large, but there are some natural obstacles like rocks and things like that. And then I guess, what would be the other part for it since you're just creating golf?
Performance for setting up the course, or
I guess a performance.
all right, I know that one's a -1.
Yeah, that sounds like a -1.
It's a 12 again.
Okay, well, you with Ronan's help, who will also do some rolls for. Oh wow, they rolled really okay. They managed to dig an 8-hole little mini golf course, and there's no boundaries, there's no like direct barriers, but there are definitely 8 holes in the ground near like different kind of stone natural hazards. A little pond in the
Awesome.
middle of one of them with like a slight bridge.
Does Ronan have a pinwheel?
Pinwheel. Is that the little things with like the
He has like
Yeah,
plastic
yeah.
that blows in the wind.
he'll go and look for something? Sure. Yeah. What'll he find? He'll start going through Hattori's things, who gets very curious as to what's going on. And there's like one that's made with blades that was a weapon design they had like a star kind of thing that's on a, and they look at you and go, does this count?
That's perfect. You see,
Perfect.
most of these mini golf courses have like a windmill or something. So we're just going to have this.
and it's got like the blades that spin and a bit of wind picks it up and you just see this very sharp blade.
Is that?
I don't know if that's entirely healthy.
I don't want to be the critic of this endeavor, but that
Like,
looks horrifying.
I feel like I don't even know what these are, but it feels like several OSHA violations at once.
What's an ocean?
I mean, you're not going to be sticking your hand over there. You're going to hit the ball towards it.
Me immediately pulls my hand back from it was going towards it. Goes,
yeah,
you don't.
exactly.
Puts it away.
Don't touch. No touching.
What? I wasn't.
Don't touch.
Put Tan's inside of leather. Wasn't I? No. What?
I mean, that's fair enough.
So,
Just gets distracted by the circle.
I mean, could we make this with like paper or something instead of blades? So we're not just like whirling a knife
I-
around.
Very much like to, if that's at all possible.
If you guys can do that, certainly we could have more.
I am certainly willing
Are
to
we
try.
gonna start doing some like origami? Is that what
Yeah,
we're?
yeah. I guess we're
Okay.
gonna do some
Perfect.
origami for some
Let's try
pinwheels.
making some.
It's time to fold some paper.
Miggy is gonna make sure that Ronan, Hitori, and Geisha are all there to help with arts and crafts time.
Okay. Sure.
We're having arts and crafts with Grandpa.
D&D is a very serious game. My character wants to do arts and crafts for mini golf, motherfuckers.
It's a real serious game. I don't think you understand.
Look, this is just how D&D goes.
Listen, it's very important.
And realizing like what's going on, Hitori now understanding creates like little golf clubs out of quarterstaffs. You can see them working in the corner, just whittling some wood to make sure it attaches into the quarterstaff and then nailing them together. So you now have quarterstaffs with little golf clubs at the end of it.
Perfect.
And then I guess performance checks again from everyone for making windmills.
I mean, I feel like I know the answer is going to be a -1, but what is my performance?
Baldwin, -1. Miggy, -1. Eshi, nope, -1.
Damn it.
+2.
Kanara, +2.
Wait, what's this one again?
-1.
I found my 8 stat.
Oh, performance.
Oh, I already knew that when I tried doing the bagpipes.
Yep.
I got an
7.
11.
16.
Oh. All right. Well, you all made
6
windmills of different. Kanara didn't understand and made a swan.
I got 7.
You didn't understand the assignment, sweetie, but you're doing amazing.
Okay, the 7. All right. So there's 2
I
little
did
swans
it.
next to design. Wow, we're creating a mini golf course. All right.
Oh, these swans are perfect. The more decoration, the better. That makes the kids excited.
So you create your mini golf course. Are you gonna play it now?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
If in the area, would I be able to try and channel my druid nature to see if I might have such cantrip as druid craft or anything of the sort to like make some like rough terrain, so if they like go off course?
Every single time you try, you just end up creating more fire with your hands.
Oh, nope, can't do that. Nope. Okay, sorry.
You accidentally, it catches onto some liquid and you ended up having a fire hazard now, like a confined to one spot. It's fire that just, the ball has to go through.
Well, I made an obstacle. Totally what I meant to do.
Perfect. I'm not sure that this is mini golf for the kids anymore. This is like adult mini golf.
Well, I guess it could be dignified as extreme.
Extreme mini golf.
Extreme mini golf. I like it.
But yeah, your druidic powers do like cause some branches and leaves to appear in places that separate each hole, so it has like you can actually distinctively tell where they're supposed to be. We've now invented mini golf.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a performance.
That's in fact what my note says. We invented mini golf.
I guess if you're gonna do a round, what would this be?
Athletics?
What's the skill check for
guess,
mini
but-
golf?
Athletics.
But I also feel like there's like some hand-eye stuff here, so I almost feel like it's almost attacks.
We could make multiple checks.
I think it's like probably a dexterity-based attack.
Okay.
Which everyone here has mostly the same dexterity. So if you're playing around a mini golf now, which apparently we are,
Yeah. if our next
everyone
job
make
isn't showed
dexterity
itself
checks.
yet.
Just a raw dex.
Yep.
Well, that is a 16.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
4.
Oh.
Perfect. Is that what you shouted? Or
I mean, it's both.
Mickey immediately goes 4?
10.
10. All right. So for Kanara and Eshi, you actually managed to get it like on your first try, right to the hole. Who had the higher roll?
It's Kanara.
Okay,
By 1,
Kanara,
yeah.
you shot second, and you used Eshi's ball to knock your ball into the hole.
I'm a monster.
I've totally never
Um,
done that to Eshi before while
yeah.
playing mini golf.
Um. Balrin, you do hit your ball out there, and it lands relatively well. And then Miggy goes up to the concentrates, looks out a bit, goes full into it, has a bit of a back pain, hits the ball, and it just goes off way into the third course and lands right by the hole, and then slowly trickles and falls into it.
An advanced skill, that.
So you got a hold in one on the third.
You skipped the other ones.
I don't think that counts.
But I thought the rules were hit ball and hole.
That is
mean,
all the
But
rules
it's
I
got to
described.
be the first hole,
Does it?
third.
There was really
Don't you have to go
Only-
in chronological order?
there is only one rule to mini golf. Have fun. And I had fun
I mean-
just now.
What's
I don't know. I feel like this is something you could get real competitive with.
What's chronological?
What's going okay. While this is going on, Eshi and Kanara and Baron. So everyone but Miggy, because Miggy's too focused on trying to teach Ronan and everyone how to play.
Yeah, the other kids have to get involved too, or it goes against his master plan here.
Yeah.
Can I just say, when I go for my first putt, it's like the episode of Steven Universe when Lapis doesn't want to play softball. So I'm just like kind of confused on why we're doing this and not trying to figure out this next mission. So I'm like, and like tap the ball and then like walk away.
All of you except Mickey make a perception check. Yes, and that's exactly how it goes.
Perception is.
That's not
13.
bad.
11.
14.
Okay. I mean, who rolled the 14?
Bowen.
Okay. You're not really interested in everything that's going on.
I'm
As
humor.
he said. And you're kind of looking out towards the forest that you'd come from, and for a very split second, you swear you saw someone looking back at you. But then they were gone. And then you hear Miggy shout, 4!
Wait, please. Hold on. I will look at our hosts that are out there with us.
Ronan is shooting the ball. Hittori is looking over at you. And
Specifically
so is
Hittori.
Mhm.
And Geisha. I think I just saw someone in the woods over there looking at us. Then they were gone.
I don't really like that place very much,
What is it?
says Geisha. Well, that's where my thing was.
Ah, that makes sense why you don't like it then.
If you saw a person, that's not good.
Can I ask perchance why?
Well, I saw a person there too.
And did anything come out of seeing this person?
And she nods her head. She kind of like closes herself off in the way where, someone clearly is uncomfortable about the topic.
That's okay.
And Hitori nods and pats her back a couple times. Well, maybe your thing's still out there. Maybe you didn't figure it out yet.
I mean, I don't want to make you uncomfortable by asking these questions. If I walk over there, would that be out of bounds of this realm?
Well, I think the mistress probably told you that it's dangerous everywhere else, but as long as you're just being careful and not going too far, you should be fine. There are creatures out there.
Right. No, I'll stay where you all can still see me. Just in case. I just don't want to step out of this area and be lost to more
As
lost
long as
than I
you're
already
in
was.
the immediate area, you should be fine.
Okay. I'm going to carefully and keep my eyes out, head over towards where I kind of saw the person.
Is everyone else staying for the second hole?
Do we see them leave?
Do you make it obvious that you're leaving?
I mean, I don't hide it. I just kind of talk to these guys and then kind of walk away towards it. So I'm not hiding it in any way. I just don't tell anyone.
Oh, okay.
Other than the hosts.
I think they might
Ronan
be a little
rolls.
bitter about the whole situation here.
So they need time to go have an emotional breakdown.
Over mini golf?
The whole. But what? What if it? What if they're sad?
Sometimes people need to be sad alone for a little bit. Then when they come back, you share some laughs and candy and everything's good.
Okay. I will continue towards the hole.
Ronan rolled a natural 20 on their first go, so they hole in one, but also as they hole in one, they knock everyone else's ball into it as well. So you just see they hit it off of their club. It bounces off of Balrin's ball, who is still there, which then bounces off one of the walls and bounces off another wall and knocks theirs in there, which then rolls around and knocks Eshirol's in there, and then Balrin's ball falls in.
Amazing. You are a natural.
That was great.
3 points for Ronan.
Yes, I don't see why not.
So Ronan throws a 3 on their sheet, even though you're supposed to put a 1, but they've now decided this is point based.
Isn't the goal the least amount of points in golf?
Yep. So they've now thrown a 3 down because that's how many points they got. And they go and retrieve everyone else's ball, and these ones are mine now, right? That's how it works because I knocked them in.
Well,
Only
then
if
if
we
that's
have
the case,
more.
how do we get to play?
All right. And they give you back your balls.
Yay.
And then you go to the second hole. And while this is going on, I'll need dexterity from all of you again, except for Balrin. Balrin, you start heading out towards the forest, but you're keeping an eye on where the boundaries are, and you can actually see that there's a bit of a shimmer between where the tavern's land ends and where the forest an area before the forest begins. And you hadn't noticed it before, but placing your hand through it feels a bit like jello. And then pulling your hand back, you can see ripples in the barrier as though it's rippling through water. And you can guess based on just looking at this that that's probably where the land ends, where the protections end as well.
I'm assuming I saw the person outside of this.
Yeah, you saw them. They're actually where you saw them. They're not there now, but where you saw them was at the very edge of the forest, which is probably still 200 or so feet away from you. And they were peering out from one of the trees.
I do always find these jello walls. I was just thinking that. I don't. Can I make a perception check, see if I see anything from standing here? I know it's still a little bit of ways.
Sure.
Because I don't particularly want to cross over, because that makes me a bit nervous. Okay, that's not bad. Where's my perception? 16, 12 plus 4.
Okay. You don't see anyone from where you are, but you do see where there are some breaks in the trees where it isn't familiar to everything else. It's not symmetrical to the way that everything else is grown. This is clearly somewhere that a person was standing. So you're fairly certain someone was there, that you weren't imagining it. But that's the only traces you can see from this far out.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna go through the wall just because I don't want to get. I don't know if I'm gonna get stuck or not past this barrier. But I will head back. Like, so it definitely looks like someone was there. I don't know if we want to let the
So
mistress
as they're
know.
returning, I want those dexterity checks. I need to know how crazy this game of mini golf's gonna get.
I can't wait to find out what the
Oh,
fuck happened to
Jesus.
me.
I got a 19.
15.
Perfect.
15.
Yep. And Eshi?
And that too.
Oh,
Total
okay.
of 4.
Well, for the other two of you, you're getting the real hang of this. It rolls towards the hole and manages to catch some of the different terrains, and both of you manage to get a hole in one. Eshi, on the other hand, kind of takes the they know that their first hit wasn't strong enough. So looking at this hole and basically how the difference is, there's a bit of a fire trap in the middle. They figure, maybe I just need to hit it a little harder. It flies off, bangs into the fire trap, hits a wall, bounces upwards into the air, rolls down to the ground, and lands right back at their feet. And you can just see the ball, which is now slightly on fire, right at your foot again.
That was impressive.
how'd you make it come back?
2 points for Eshi, and you see that they have put 2 points down right next to your name.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's called a rollback, which Ronan is now making up rules, and that's worth 2 points.
All right, I'll take it. That's a mighty fine hit.
And then at this point, Balrin's coming back.
Friends. I'm afraid someone's been watching us playing this rousing game of mini golf.
Oh, did they want to join in?
I don't think so. They were just past the barrier, which I found out there actually is a barrier. It feels kind of like Jello. If you push on it, it's a very odd feeling. I didn't want to cross over alone just in case something bad happened.
Is that are we
Oh, that's the protective thing that the Meowstress puts out for us. It keeps us safe in here.
Yes. I don't know if this is something we need to tell the Meowstress that we saw, or if this is something we should just go take care of. But there's definitely something or someone there. You can see where they kind of went through it. Broken twigs and what have you.
This could be our next assignment, correct?
It could be.
Oh, yeah, it could be, but like usually the same person doesn't go twice.
I mean, we could just have a very special case on our hands right now.
Also, did you get your memories last time?
I did not know.
Then maybe this time it's your turn. It was actually Mickey's turn last time.
That could
Correct.
be true.
But you had the paper, right? And this is Hitori, who just seems confused looking.
Yeah, I did have the paper.
Then that's probably for you.
So who might this be?
Well, usually it's kind of like a fart deal. If you smelt it, you dealt it.
No.
So that's
Well,
weird that you're the one who saw it.
That kind of stinks.
Quite funny. Good job. But it could just be that it's not mine, and I just wasn't paying attention to this, like I said, rousing game of mini golf, I think you were calling it.
Extreme mini golf, I believe.
Extreme.
Involves the name.
Ronan has at this point gone off to the next hole and is trying to do bounce back shots.
I don't know if this is something, if we just want to ignore it, if we should go take care of it.
Well, if it is your fart, I'm happy to help with it.
We could all go.
I don't know. Okay.
I mean, we'll be holding our breath, but we'll still go along.
I think I know. Just want to jump into the fire pit.
Don't do that. You'll get burned.
Oh, maybe I already am burned.
Oh no. I'm sorry. Those hurt.
Yeah, I'm dead.
But I
Just-
can see you.
I could be a really good ghost. I'm a ghost.
Oh.
Ooh.
I've known a couple of ghosts. They're not that scary.
Oh, good to know. Oh, you calling me
mean-
scary?
I mean, I'm being a scary ghost.
No, I don't think. I'm not a very intimidating person, I feel like. But it's always worth a try because I don't know things. Could be a very intimidating person. I doubt it because that's a charisma-based role. So should we?
Try and scare us.
Okay. I will puff up my chest and try and stand real tall, and be like, "I'm gonna kill you in your sleep."
Ah!
Trying to be intimidating.
Yep. Roll your intimidation.
I'm guessing it's -1.
Let me go find out. Baron, your intimidation is a -1.
That makes it a 2.
Well, at this point, Ronan is shooting a ball to do a bounce back shot, and then you suddenly hear two, and Baron, make a dexterity save.
I actually do have that one. That dice has kind of been a dick. That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. As they're trying to be intimidating and standing there, with puffed up chest, you hear the two, and then you see a ball just fly by and smack them directly on the cheek.
Oh no! Oh,
6
oh.
points, hitting another player.
I'm gonna get all the points by beat another player's ass.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
bad.
pick up the ball
Assault.
real quick and keep it away from them.
I'm just gonna pick up my club.
Points.
Oh shit!
No,
I am.
don't. And I'm gonna try and pat your cheek to make it feel better.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try
Like a
puff it up to
medicine?
scare you into submission.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm doing like a medicine pat to, to sit and it feels
Medicine
better.
Oh, we are reaching.
You make it
Oh.
feel
Not gonna
better.
hurt the kid.
You're going for a medicine pat.
Yeah.
All right. That is a +0.
And I'm trying to intimidate our good friend into not beating a child's ass today.
Eshi, your intimidation is also a -1.
Hey.
I got a 17 medicine.
Okay, you pat them and it's soft, so like that feels better.
It's
I
a
guess.
lot of soft feathers against your skin and it stings. It's just
Isn't that 20?
So Eshi gets real intense for a moment. Describe how you're intimidating them with your 19.
I mean, I am a tall, large dragonborn, so I just kind of, and just a little bit of the breath just kind of comes out, not to actually attack, which is like, it's just, do not hurt the child.
Does the breath come out? You going for
Not as
breath?
an attack. No.
You going for breath? You said
No.
breath. You said the word breath.
They could see the breath.
it's
Not
a
that it's
visible.
the actual thing.
It's a visible
I am
breath.
not
It's not an
attacking the
attack.
party.
PvP. PvP.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. I wasn't actually going to hurt them. Calm down.
Right, well, you're on thin ice.
I mean, technically, I'm on hard ground.
Nope. Figure of speech.
I mean, technically, you were on thin ice if we're being technical. Before you got here, you were on thin ice.
Do you want me to score a 20 by whacking you with a club right now?
That sounds
No,
quite fun, yes.
you don't get points for smacking people. You lose
How
points.
many do I get for hitting a player?
If you hit another player, you lose 10 points.
How many do I get? And
I've been
specifically
softly
to
patting both of them this whole time.
and specifically looking to Ronan. Just how many do I
Oh.
get?
Only if you do it with the ball first, and you got to bounce it off of a firewall. That's that wall, and then that's 6 points.
Ronan.
All right, what if I do
no.
that and then just whack them where the sun don't shine with a club?
No, that's not cool.
I mean, it sounds kind of cool, don't it?
I mean, a little bit, but like not really, because Grandpa's kind of looking at me angry.
That is correct. We're supposed to be
Yeah.
having fun, not beating each other up.
You
Well,
don't
what
want
if
to
beating each
upset
other up is
Grandpa.
fun?
That is a good question.
Oh,
No.
well, that's up would be mini
Just
golf.
playfully punch. Who am I gonna put? Ballrin. Just playfully punch. On the other side.
Well, you already know you're to hit, right?
Yeah, but I'm not actually attacking for damage.
Well, you're going for an attack, so go for an attack. Just a light attack.
18.
That does hit. So now you've learned where your AC is partially that hits. So you
18.
take 1 damage.
One, so I at least have 1 hit point.
Well, no, you at least have 2 because you're not down.
I'm not down, so I at least have 2 hit points.
There you go. You've now discovered that you at least have to. Oh, excuse me. Tori will then come over to you and kind of like pat where you were hit, and you regain 1 HP.
I have
Oh.
2 hit points again.
All right, if we're going to play fisticuffs, we do it off of the golf course. This is sacred ground.
Once again, I
Yeah.
want to point out that we were being watched by a strange person over in the woods past the barrier, and
I'd like to point out plot, guys. Plot.
Do we?
Plot.
So do we want to go? Invite them to golf.
land over there that we might want to check out.
Do we want to go invite the stranger to golf? Is that why they were watching us?
All together with weapons equipped, I think that might be lovely. Though I must say, I have not gotten my spells back, so
Oh yeah, we haven't rested, right?
no, we
No.
have not.
Did that eating count as a short rest?
It did count as a short rest,
Yo, I get mine back.
but it did not
I-
count as a long rest.
No, nothing about my class. Am I allowed to look up what I get on a short rest?
I don't think you get anything on a short rest.
I don't
Okay.
get anything on a short rest.
I think it's only warlocks that get spells back on short rests, right? Like,
Or I
Mhm.
think
There's
sorcerers
some
can,
wizard. There's some
Wizards
wizard
can.
classes.
and wizard.
Okay.
I think it's those 3. I think sorcerers can get a thing back on it. They get their points.
Do I? Okay, but I get my hungry jaws back. Do I lose the hit points from that? Doesn't really say how long I keep it.
Temporary hit points until you finish a short or long rest. So yeah, using it does
I
do that.
lose.
Yeah,
I lose those, but I get the skill back. Okay.
yeah, you get the hungry jaws back.
I get 1 spell slot.
Yep. Okay. So what are you doing?
Do we want to go check this out or no?
I think that may be a smart idea.
Or did we not to nap first?
Well, by the time we're finished napping,
They
who
might
knows
be-
what'll happen?
They might be gone, and they can't play mini golf.
That's true.
Fair enough. Hitori child.
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
pass through this barrier. Can we pass the back in without any issues?
Yeah, you've already done that once. When we went earlier, we passed through it. You just probably didn't feel it.
Well, that's good news then.
Yeah, it just protects us. It keeps bad things out for the most part.
Well, I've
So if
already
any-
offered to help with your farts, so
So if any of us aren't able to pass back through, it means we're bad, huh?
Well, that customers are exempt.
Not that I think we're bad or anything. I was just wondering the legality of this all.
We have had some
That
pretty bad
we're
people though, so like I can't confirm that doesn't mean you're not bad.
ah, I see.
We had a warlord once. That was cool for like
S-
5 minutes.
a warlord.
Yeah.
Oh. Um. I feel like that's a very good story, but I do feel like we should go check this out before it gets too late. So I'd rather not be out there past dark.
Right. So are we going?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Off we go.
Into the thick of it. Yeah, just starts playing.
Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this plot of land over here. Let us
Ugh.
go investigate this plot of land.
What?
I
Was-
made a plot joke.
We're going to the
Oh,
plot.
oh,
There's a
oh,
plot of
oh,
land over
okay.
here.
Yes. So you start heading towards the plot of land.
Yes.
You get to the barrier. Are you going the same way that you saw the person, or are you heading back through the main road?
I will point out where I saw the person at least ever before we cross over. So right there, if you see where there's all those broken tree branches and stuff, that's kind of where they either came from or left from, or left
Oh,
with.
that wasn't very respectful to the nature around the area, now was it?
No, it was not. I don't actually like that they did that. I feel it's oddly sad for nature. So I
Me.
guess the question is, do we want to follow that, or are we going to stay on the land itself?
I don't know. What do we feel like?
I mean, I just don't know if going on a path that wasn't what they took would be beneficial.
We could.
Right. I mean, they have a head start, so we should stay as close to their path as we can, right?
I agree with that, actually.
It is an idea.
Yeah. So we follow them through the woods into the thick of it.
Into the woods.
Ugh.
Tramping through the brush, on and on we push.
Yeah. Hattori does come with you. Ronan stays back to play more swing fuck, as I call it. Are you heading through?
Ronan, what do you have? A knife? No!
Yep.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen at some
Yep.
point in this game.
I
I
mean-
guess.
It'll be worse than that. But yeah.
What do you have? Annihilation stone. Fuck. All right. I guess we go down the path that they created.
Is it dark in this forest?
So everywhere inside of this bubble is light. But if you pass through the bubble, you actually realize that it's night outside of it.
Alright. I will take out my little licorice powered flashlight.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we have that 5-foot
yep.
radius of light.
You have that 5-foot radius of light. You can make a second one, you think, instinctively. If you wanted to give that light to someone else as well.
Did anyone
Please.
want one?
Yes, you should give the little one.
I do.
Actually, do any of us see okay in the dark?
Yes. How...
Actually, that's a good question.
Actually,
How
yeah.
is everyone?
Don't think I do.
I don't
I
think
believe
birds.
I do as an
Okay.
elf.
Oh yeah.
So Balrin, you're fine. You have 60 feet of dark vision. You can see
I'm
just fine.
actually quite okay in the dark.
Miggy, you cannot see.
Alright.
Eshi, you cannot see in the dark, and Kanara, you also cannot.
Oh.
Well, I see quite alright actually.
I can't see anything. It's dark.
That makes one of us.
Why is the sun off?
Can no one else see quite well?
Not
I
at all.
suppose not.
Nope.
Oh. I guess I'll be taking the front then, eh?
Right, and I will give each of you one of these little I like to call them flashlights. Here you are.
All right. Thank you for the flashlight.
Oh, thank you. I peck
No,
a little
liquor
bit.
lights doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
I nibble a tiny corner off of one of the licorice. Just
I
The
gave you
light
one
turns
that
off.
oh,
the one I gave you has like the green shoestring.
oh, the good
Licorice.
kind.
Yeah, the good stuff.
I got the good.
I have
Um,
I'm staring at it like, don't eat it because you need the light. Don't eat it because you need the light.
and I assume you're just gonna like attach it to their armor so they don't have to carry it in their hand.
Yeah, I'll tie it on with the shoestring with the.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you're just leaving a little bit enough where it could be eaten. Just like a
Yeah.
little bit of it, but the rest of it
looks-
at the end is a part of it.
It looks like a worm to entertain you.
I am actively staring at it like. I'm taking the small. You know when like a kid is told not to eat something and they're like, I won't, and then they take like just the tiniest nibble, just the smallest bite, just like
Um,
So you head into the forest.
tiny bites.
I'll need everyone to make let's see. I guess that would be survival checks to track.
survival. All right.
survival.
Everyone have their survival?
I do.
That should be a +2 for me.
Yeah, that's correct. Barwin is also a +2. Miggy, you are a +3.
0.
That's a dirty
And
20.
Proficient on survival.
Yes, you are.
Woohoo!
I got a 14. Hey, buddy.
14.
The dirty 20 for me, lads.
Dirty
I got
20.
a nat one.
Ooh.
19.
Well, everyone else was mostly a success, so they were able to steer you still onto the same course. So you didn't get lost, which was very close to what was going to happen.
I just fully hold
Um,
Miggy's hand.
I believe it. I believe that also Hitori is there also walking alongside with Mickey because everyone loves Mickey.
He's so good.
That's very true. It's just Team Grandpa. We need it.
Local grandpa.
And you do start to see some tracks in the ground around where the break in the tree line was. And it looks like footsteps, but then the footsteps come to a point where you can see more footsteps, and some of them are much larger. Some of them are more talon-like. Others are more like a lizard folk, as an example. The footsteps are very similar to the ones that you're leaving right now.
Izzy.
Uh-huh.
Izzy.
Uh-huh.
So,
The
what
disrespect.
exactly is,
I don't know. If I may, Miggy, could you possibly stand in this footprint that looks very much like yours for us, please?
Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I didn't even see it. Sure. I will put my foot in the other foot.
Okay. And it fits perfectly.
Right. Kanara, could you do the same for this talon-looking one?
I will just put my foot into a talon, the talon one.
Fits perfectly.
Hey, so what has the same feet as me?
I think it's you who has the same feet as you. Either we're just going around in circles, or
Time travel.
yes, wibbly wobbly time travel.
Yeah, someone comes out of a blue box suddenly and says, "Okay, this is where things get interesting."
Shit.
Did we forget going here?
I
mean,
why would all of us be together at this point if it was us? Because if it was us, we'd chav now.
Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if we already knew each other?
We were already friends.
It explains why we get along so well.
It's because you guys are cool.
Indeed, but I mean, we all seem to
I
have come
think you're
from
cool too.
different places where we've been separated and then brought back together.
And Hitori's looking at some of the footprints, and they can't seem to find one that mimics their own. They can only find the ones that they're making themselves.
Uh,
So none of these are me, but there's still one more here.
can
What
we
what do those
determine
footprints look like?
whose they look like?
So they look like it's someone who's wearing a shoe. So possibly humanoid, well, most likely humanoid, maybe human, maybe more like them with the cat ears. It just looks like a shoe print. It's much too large for Hattori, and Hattori notes that it's way too big for Ronan as well. He has actually really small feet.
And Geisha, does Geisha wear shoes?
She doesn't come out here at all.
Right.
This place is kind of bad to her.
Alright, yes, I got that feeling. The footprints just continue on, correct?
You actually you come to a clearing, and in this clearing, like as this is where you currently are, you can actually see hundreds of these footprints all in like circles, but you don't see them leading out anywhere.
Are they like concentric circles or just in general like the same circle over and over and over again?
They're not there's no pattern to them. It's just like all of you were suddenly walking around. You just found prints that were very similar to yours that are intact enough to test them next to.
Right. I don't know. A part of me keeps saying that maybe we should go back. Something feels wrong.
Do y'all maybe think that we should bring this to the attention of someone?
I think we should tell the Meowstress.
You don't have to call her that.
Yes,
That's
we
just
do.
Ronan.
I thought that was her name.
Yeah.
She's the mistress, but Ronan's weird.
Well, that's not very nice. You take that back about your sibling.
I mean, okay, he's not weird, but like
Okay, Grandpa.
Why?
he did get hit on the head once or twice as a kid, so maybe that's why he says
Right,
he's just
that
weird.
probably explains some of it.
Well, we should definitely probably tell her about these shrines going on, but
Like, why else would he just say meow to him? It's not important. We don't need to focus on this right now.
Right? Meow.
He has what are the word? It's just a meow tick.
It's an endearing character trait.
Also, I thought everything here was called meow.
I don't think it is actually. I'm sorry.
It could have been a cat verse. We don't know.
So, I mean, we could follow our own footprints and see what happens if we can keep up with them. We could go back.
Well, that's the thing. The footprints are only confined to the space. They don't seem to lead out into anywhere. You see one set of prints which leads out from where you had found them, like near the tree line, and then your own prints, and then you see these hundreds of prints in this one circle that don't lead out anywhere. They just stay in this clearing.
Do you think possibly this is layers and layers of us trying to figure out what's going on, but we just keep pulling each other here? Like maybe I saw myself and came and got all of you, and then that's why there's all, you know.
Yes, I think we've clearly been here before and been very confused.
Right, and if we start walking around here, something bad might happen. We might disappear.
We could just start walking around forever.
Yes.
Yes, let's go back and tell the Meowstress.
Okay.
If we
Is that
go,
what you're agreeing to?
Sounds like it.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, other than before we walk away, other than the footprints, is there anything else in this clearing that looks? Any pieces of paper? Any like? There's a clump of flowers in the middle of this opening that we're all circling. Anything?
I guess make a perception check.
Come on, Kiki Dice, don't fail me now. Okay. Oh, I should put my glasses on so I can actually read my character sheet. That's going to be a 16. Apparently that's the highest I can roll, except for that one natural 20.
You don't see anything right away. Not right
Okay.
away. But you're walking around. Are you displacing this circle of footprints? Are you going into it like, or how are you checking this area?
Mm, uh, I think at first I would try and just look in there from where we're already standing without crossing over, and then just look to the group and be like, part of me thinks that we should check this out before we go back. And if you all want to stay here, I can check it real quick, but there has to be a reason why we're all walking around here.
We can check it with you.
Yeah.
So with the rest of your check, looking around that area, you do notice after a bit, it takes a while, but there is a slight pattern. And the pattern is that it seems to always be going in the same direction. So even when the footprints are walking the other way, they're still in the same direction. It's a very weird feeling. It's like it's upside down and right side up at the same time. It's a bit of an unnerving feeling in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all you can find. It's just this feeling. Like, you do start to feel like you've been here before.
Hmm. Maybe we did all know each other before all of this. The prince seemed to always be going the same way.
Are
Even
you
if
sure that
it's,
that's?
I mean, even if we're not facing it, they're still kind of going the same way.
Well, I mean,
That's
are we sure that this is something we should be looking into then, or do you think it's just some kind of trick of the mind?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to know, of course, but the other part of me is looking at this and the note that I obviously left for myself. Someone left for me. Makes me a little worried, I guess.
do we know where they go? The footprints?
I mean, they don't seem to go, other than these circles, they don't seem to really go anywhere.
They're not leading anywhere.
They're just
No.
walking around this square.
As I've said
Oh yeah.
4 times, they
Well,
don't lead anywhere.
Listen. I forgot. Um,
I don't believe they are. I believe this is it. This is where we are.
should
So do we just walk the circle once, see if anything happens, and then if not, head back?
do we all go in it and just walk at the same time?
I mean, we could, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just getting a weird feeling from here. Does anyone else feel just like this isn't right?
Well, it
Do
ain't natural
I?
in the slightest, but that's kind of the whole reason we're here.
I know I can't cast detect magic because I have no spell slots, but do I get a sense of any sort of magic from the area?
Let me go look at your character sheet. Can you do this as a ritual? You can do it as a ritual. So if you're hanging out there long enough,
Well,
I think, yeah, I think you'll be there for about 10 minutes or more. Yeah, I'll let you cast it as a ritual.
all right. Balrin, continue to be indecisive for 10 minutes. I'm going to cast a spell. He'll sit down and cross his legs and just close his eyes. Looks like he's falling asleep, but he truly want to see us casting magic.
Okay.
Roll a Arcana check while you're doing that.
The Arcana check is a whole 8.
Okay, and now roll a Con check. Con save.
Save? Woo, a
Yeah.
9.
9. What are you doing, Balrin?
What am I doing?
Yeah, because they told you just do whatever you want for 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm probably like just like bending down and looking at these footprints and trying to figure out how They seem to all be going the same way, despite some of them like not facing that way.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, my dice have kind of been dicks.
Add a +1 if you didn't know, but I assume you do.
I do. That's only an 11.
Okay. Yeah, it does look like they're all going the same direction, and oddly, whenever you're looking a different direction, like a different way, it looks like it's going that direction. It's very strange. It always seems to be going the direction where your mind, like those things where it's like you're hearing brainstorm or green needle or all those other different weird sounds where it's the same sound, but you hear a different thing based on what you're thinking about. It's kind of like that, but with footprints. They're always looking the direction that you're thinking about them looking.
I mean, that's what I'd be doing is
And after about 13 or 14 minutes, you start to hear the soft snoring sound coming from Miggy.
Right. Hey, Maggie.
Miggy. I will go and kind of like shake their shoulder.
Miggy, you wake up. You'd fallen asleep while concentrating on your.
Where am I?
We're currently in this field still. I thought you were casting a spell, but maybe I was wrong.
Everything is bright now around you. You're in detect magic. You can see it, but you just kind of snoozed a little bit.
I fell asleep. I'm just casting a spell.
Oh, right.
Peak
Detect
Grandpa.
Magic, yes.
Peak Grandpa.
You did cast the spell. You do see lots of illusion all around you. Lots of it.
Bright purple. Yes, illusion magic. This is fake.
Oh, okay.
That's
Can I get a sense
bad.
from what I'm seeing that the footprints are fake or that the forest is fake? Like, what has the illusion magic on it?
We're
Just everything.
fake.
When you're looking at it, you can see everything has it, but then you're seeing one single set of prints that you didn't see before that are leading into the forest.
Oh, those prints are not magic. Right?
Oh, they are magic.
They are
They're
magic.
just
Those
different.
prints are different.
Oh, do we see any prints that they're pointing out?
No.
Um,
It's just like you're literally pointing at a pile of mush of different footprints, and they're pointing at like a rock.
Mickey, are you confused? The footprints all over here.
Yeah,
I promise you, I've not gone senile yet. Just almost. If you trust me, follow me.
Oh, yes, I trust you.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for following Miggy.
Can he see magic footprints? Oh, you can see invisible footprints.
I guess I'm a little concerned we're going to end up somewhere not fun, but
No.
follow Miggy.
It's like how moms always find stuff, but grandpas always know where you are.
I guess that's kind of comforting.
I do know you're right behind me.
We are right behind you. You're correct about that.
Yeah, Detective Miggy's agency.
Detective Miggy's here to play, here to go.
Grandpa Detective. No. Detective Grandpa Miggy. Yeah.
Detective Grandpa.
I'm going to follow the steps
is
that actually...
for like all those shows, CBS, whatever. This is my pitch, Detective Miggy.
I feel like this is like Wishbone meets like Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. Like,
I
my
would
roommate just started singing with the Wishbone theme song.
I'll be honest, I would actively watch a Detective Miggy show. 1,000%.
Well, it'd be Grandpa Miggy, like detective.
Yeah, Grandpa Miggy Detective. That's it. It's yes.
That's it right there.
Miggy's detective agency.
I love it so much.
Oh, okay. So that's a new shirt.
Hang on, I gotta go write this down.
Write that down.
Yep. New merch eventually.
New merch. You just get merch.
So you do follow the tracks.
Okay.
And the shirt will have like little tracks leading into the grandpa.
Oh my god, seriously.
Yeah.
Even if no one buys it.
Please.
Anyways, so you
I'm
start
sorry.
following the tracks.
I'm trying to take notes. I don't know what I'm taking notes on.
Hang on, I gotta go
Take
design
notes
some
on
merch. Listen, I gotta stop paying attention. I gotta open up a merch designer.
All right.
So you start following the tracks, and you break through that circle of everything, and then you get to the end of it, and then you start following the tracks further down the path, and it leads you to a game trail. So a trail that's very frequently used. And eventually you come to a second clearing. This time entirely fresh earth in front of you. So it's a bit muddy, but there's no footprints here. They just stop right where you land your feet. They're still behind you, and you can still see the footprints leading to this spot, but they just stop right here.
Well, that's the end.
Oh. Looking around
Another
this.
fine clearing for your elf eyes to stare upon.
Brilliant job, Nikki. This is interesting. Do I see anything odd about this?
How you doing it? With your hands or with your eyes?
I would want to be pretty thorough.
Okay.
Since the footprints, these magical footprints led us here. So
You
yeah,
don't
I'll be
see
pretty
them. Only Miggy
right.
sees
But I
them.
mean, Miggy says that this was leading us here. So I'm assuming it's something important because I trust Miggy. Hopefully that doesn't come back and bite me in the ass. I trust Detective Miggy, so I'm going to I want to search this place thoroughly.
Okay. So there's that clearing that's entirely untouched. Are you moving towards it?
Yes.
You stepping into it?
Oh boy. That's never a good question to ask.
I mean,
I'm just asking how
So
you're
you touch
getting
it?
so
Do
I
you-
mean,
Which hand?
you make me nervous asking this, but I mean, I already said I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm stepping into it.
You suddenly feel like you're wet, but not wet at the same time. And you see yourself up to your chest in sand.
Help!
Everyone else just saw them step forward and then suddenly sink into it.
Oh,
Help!
Could I make a
And you can see that,
dexterity saving
Yeah.
throw to try to catch them?
and
What
you can
is-
see that you don't know your
I don't know many of my saving throws now.
Miggy, your dex saving throw is a +2.
Okay.
And to everyone else's perspective, it's almost like it's a pool of water, but it's just dirt. It's ground, and it's very soft, and they just splash right into it.
That's a nat 20 for a 22.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
Grandpa, Miggy's
as
about
they're
to
kind of
again.
on there, and you can actually see them sinking further and further into it, you manage to grab them by like the scruff of their jacket that they're wearing and pull them out.
Careful now.
Thank you.
And then moments later, while you can see this disruption, you can see what looks to be, I'm going to call them wind snakes, swimming through this liquid. And then the liquid comes to an exact stop where it looks like hardened ground again.
But I don't see any magic on that ground.
When you were looking into it, you could see the little touches of illusions inside of it, but the moment it solidified again, the illusion was gone, almost as if it's too powerful for you to detect.
Oh, this is tricky.
I don't like that. I do not like that.
And
that's
you just have like sand everywhere, very coarse, kind of brushing it off of you. It's a bit wet, but not.
If
does
I
not look like a good
grab a
time.
stick and kind of tap the surface, can I see the illusion break?
So you grab a stick, you start tapping the surface, and it feels like it's dipping into water. You break the surface, and you can actually see the sand rippling outwards a bit, and then coming to a direct stop once you pull the stick out, returning to that very solid ground-looking structure.
A magic trap.
Yes, I did not enjoy that.
It's a good thing Ronan isn't here. They would have jumped in.
That's bad. How can we get rid of it?
I don't know how.
If
I've
we
never seen
poke,
this either.
if we poke the quicksand water land chunk again, do we see any part of the land that like is solid when we poke it, like the waves
Okay.
ripple around it?
So, how are you doing that? Are you just grabbing a stick and poking it?
Yeah, if I'm grabbing a stick and like,
So you're looking for like solid ground?
yeah,
Okay.
like where the waves are like
Um,
crashing against things.
Well, you don't see any waves when it's not disturbed, but when it is
Right.
disturbed, you can see it moving a bit. I guess everyone make investigation checks if you're all grabbing in and just grabbing sticks and whacking this surface.
Whack, 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 whack. 11.
12. Oh,
21.
6.
So our detective here, Grandpa Detective.
Grandpa Miggy's Detective Agency.
Yes.
You're like, well, they went out that far. I'm gonna just tap it a bit further, and you can actually see that there's a bit of a platform, not too far, about a foot away from where Balrin had fallen in. And it looks pretty solid. You don't see any of the waves disrupting and disturbing on it as you're poking at the rest of it. So it looks like it's about big enough just for a person to stand on it.
Well, time to see if I trust me. Is it something I can step at a distance, or do I have to jump for this?
Let's see. Balrin fell in immediately. I'd say it's about 3 feet away from from where it ends. So you could probably leg span out there.
Okay.
Let's just
All
make
right.
an acrobatics check if you're trying it.
I mean,
Yeah, he's trying it. That's a 13.
Yeah, you know where it is. You have a general idea. If you were just randomly jumping in, that would have been too low. But for this, you get to it. You bring your stick with you, and your feet are kind of dipping into the water because they're large. So the platform's fairly small. It's more meant for like a human-sized foot. And you tap around again into the water, and you can see another platform about 3 feet away from that.
All right,
So it looks as if there's a
to-
stepping.
All right. I'm gonna, as I go between each step, I'm gonna mark where it is with a candy.
Okay. And for everyone else, you can see a candy on the ground in the spot where they had been, and it doesn't. It looks like you can reach there. So everyone can now do, if they're following you, they can do acrobatics with advantage.
I will follow.
I will follow. Just going, ooh, candy. Ooh, candy.
Don't
Are you
eat it.
are you picking up the candies each time?
No, I'm just, I see them, I reach for them, and I go, wait, no, it has to stay. But I don't pick them up.
So what's the order that you're going across this?
I
I
don't
will
like
go-
that question.
I will go next.
Okay. So Miggy, then Balrin,
I guess I would have to go next if our kid is picking up the
Eshi,
candy.
Kinara, are you going last?
I will go last, but I am not taking the candy.
Okay, because Hattori's also there as well.
I am instead
Oh.
nibbling on the little licorice that I was given.
Yep, that's fair.
Detective Mickey Sandy Candy.
That also needs to be a
Hang on.
Oh my god.
yep.
Oh,
As you're all make your acrobatics checks, Miggy, you're also with advantage because you're figuring this out. You're the best detective.
Whoop.
You know what? I just want to double check it is a +2. I think that's right.
Let me double check acrobatics. It is a +2. Yep.
18.
Mhm.
Ugh, 9.
Oof. Yeah. That's with advantage?
Yeah, I got a nat 1 and a 7.
Oh,
Ugh.
oof. Everyone else?
I got 15.
16.
All right. So everyone does get across it fine, except for Miggy, who at the very end, as they're going for the very last step, kind of overreach it a bit and make a dexterity save to get yourself not falling into the water.
Oh no, Meg.
That's a 4.
So you fall into the water, just splash. Bowen, you were the one who was behind them.
I'm gonna quickly jump to that platform and try and grab him.
Okay, so acrobatics again. Not advantage, just regular to get to the platform.
Oh my god, that's the best roll I've had all night. That's a 19 plus 3. So
Yeah, you get across the platform just fine. You managed to do it without like bumping into them. You just leap right across. Athletics to pull them out.
I don't have my athletics.
Athletics is a -1.
Fantastic. So that's gonna be sorry, my brain 11 because 12 minus 1 is 11. Kids.
So you get to the opposite side because you see where they were going, and you start pulling them out, and you've got them halfway out, but you don't actually have them fully out yet. Miggy was not able to put the last piece of candy on that spot that they're currently struggling with. So
Shit.
everyone else, as you're getting to that spot, if you want to help, it's going to be at a regular roll. So I think Eshi, you were next.
Right. Yep. I'm going for it.
So you now have to do an acrobatics to jump to the next.
It's a 16.
You get there, and then athletics to help dig them
I
out.
do not have my athletics. Bless you.
That is a +2.
All right.
So if you haven't been able to tell, that is a proficiency.
Yeah, I had a feeling. 30-20.
Dirty 20, perfect. With Balrin's help, you managed to both get to the other side and pull Miggy out.
All right. Whew.
Oh, thank you.
You just see Hattori in the distance on each one, just grabbing the candy, putting it straight into her mouth. Going to the next one, grabbing the candy.
We might need that. Okay.
I
Yep.
might need it on the way.
Well, hopefully I don't have to go back this way.
I'm just looking at it going, oh, and I didn't get to eat it. How come you
And
get
then
to?
then Hattori looks at everyone as like, whoops, only took the first 2.
Right. Can we? Did you find out where the next step was, or was that before?
You're all on the other side now, except
Oh,
for
we're at the very, very
Kinara.
end.
Kinara, who is not. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I mean, I will try and get across and see what.
Yeah, so just a quick acrobatics.
Just
With
a quick.
advantage because you can see where they are. You can see where they are on the other side. Like they're standing on the solid
Oh.
ground, and they've stepped back enough where you can land there.
That advantage saved me because you said just a quick, and I was like, so the 2 I rolled isn't gonna make this quick. But then I rolled a
Okay.
13, so that's 16.
Yeah, I love how you didn't just fly over, but this is great.
I can fly.
I
was waiting for that the whole time for Kinara just to be like, all right, but no, Kinara's doing this hard mode.
I fully forgot. I think I get to the. I think that's how I get across the last one. Like I almost miss it, and then I just start flapping, and I go, "Oh, I could have flown."
I could have flown.
And then I touch down on the other side and go, "Oh, right, I forgot. I could."
And Hatari was like, I wasn't going to mention anything. I thought you were just, solidarity.
I mean, it was. Yeah, I forgot.
right. That's.
I did it earlier today too,
Mm-hmm.
so I just forgot.
I love that. Like you could have even just flown over it, grabbed people, gone back and forth. But
Oh,
no,
I can't grab people. Not with my -1 to strength.
Right.
That's fair.
Especially not me.
Can't pick up the
But,
whole
like-
dragon.
I'm just picturing all of you looking back at Kinara, watching them kind of fall into it, and then realize they have wings.
Yeah.
And I just partially, I start sinking. I go, oh, this was, whoops, forgot.
Right.
Okay.
Don't worry. I've all forgot a lot of things.
Mickey,
And
do you see
Hattori
the-
gets across.
perfect. Mickey, do you see any other footprints?
That's a good question.
Blinking again, you can see some very far into the distance. It was almost as if they maybe flew over.
A little further that way.
All right.
Whoever we're following can jump very far.
Good to know. I don't know if that's a warning or not, but all right.
So you get further in,
Yep.
and as you reach a clearing, you see a large building that's extremely similar to all that ails you. In fact, it looks just like a cafe, but with like overgrown vines, a whole bunch of different kind of poisonous looking plants, some wildlife skittering in and out.
Are we?
Is there a mini golf course?
No, there's no mini golf course.
This place is
This is-
fake.
This isn't ours.
It
Yeah, is
doesn't
there...
trigger as illusion though.
Okay.
It appears to be just a regular building.
Well, it's not
Um,
magic, but it's not ours.
Are we wanting to go look?
Do the vines that have grown over it look similar to the vines we saw?
The plants from earlier.
Yeah.
No, because there's also none of the miasma.
Miasma?
Miasma.
Wind
Miasma.
snakes.
Miasma.
Miasma.
My asthma.
Miasma.
There's none of my asthma.
No, there's no miasma.
Just watch out. Some of these plants do look a bit on the toxic side. So
But more like the realistically toxic. Like if you went and ate them, they would be bad. Not like this
Looking
is gonna have
at
a
the
mouth
child.
and
Don't eat that.
Oh, I
and
can't
shouting,
eat.
feed me. You know, it's not.
Oh, I know. I can't eat most fruit seeds. They're poisonous.
no one eats any of the plants. No one. Don't try and avoid touching them if you can, but definitely don't eat them.
Don't feed bird fruit seeds. It's actually incredibly poisonous for them.
Good to know.
Don't feed the plants.
Don't feed the plants. Don't make me break out into a musical number. That'd be great.
Yeah. Feed me was very hard to avoid. Anyways,
Fun story. I broke my hand during that production in college.
What?
Oh, no.
You're gonna have to tell me about that
This
later.
hand.
and this is the hand that did it.
And this is the
My
hand that
God.
broke.
Are you approaching the overgrown?
Very. I'm gonna say I will approach stealthily.
Are you all approaching stealthily?
I will attempt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's find out our stealth rolls.
All right. So, I'm gonna name off everyone's and not just like okay. So, Barin, you have a +3.
Correct.
Miggy, you have a +2. Eshi, you have a +4. Kanara, you have a +3.
That's a proficiency, baby.
I only know one of my proficiencies.
Same.
That's
Also-
a dirty 20, baby.
Nat 20 for 23.
Okay.
That one.
Perfect.
21.
All right. So, Mickey, you're not good at this.
Not at all. It must be the tail.
Everyone else is kind of stealthing, but you didn't catch the memo. And you just started strutting out towards it, like a grandpa does. And Hattori follows after you because they're going to follow what grandpa's doing. But the rest of you are all stealth pretty good, and we're going to take a break here. So we'll be back at 20 after.
We're all gonna die.
Awesome. See you
death.
guys back at 24, 25 after.
20,
No,
20 after.
because
9:24.
15-minute
Yeah.
break, 20 after.
20 after. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I meant 20 like
No,
after.
no.
No,
20
20-minute break.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
20 after
20.
the hour.
Yeah.
We'll see you in
15-minute
15
break.
minutes.
We'll see you guys then.
I've now figured out what's going on.
Thank you so much. We love you.
I'm just waiting for the meow.
Ah.
So, last time not last time. When we left you,
Where we last
they
left our
had-
heroes.
after they invented mini golf, extreme mini golf with extra points, and discovered a person seemingly lurking in the nearby forest. They traveled to the forest and uncovered a whole bunch of footsteps, and then found a trap. And now they've found themselves outside of an overgrown All That Ails You. What are you doing?
Running or screaming?
So 3 of you were stealthing pretty sufficiently.
Mm-hmm.
I was not.
You were I don't know how many people actually know this. You were doing the that guy from the wrestling that owns it, that walks down there with a strut. I don't know. It won't make any sense. Anyways, you were walking towards the building. No one seems to be peering out or doing anything.
I was gonna knock on the door. I failed stealth at this point. I just keep going.
All right. So you knock on the door.
If I hear that happening, I'm hiding.
Well, you already are all stealthed, right? The other 3 of you.
Yeah, I was.
There's no answer. Hattori reaches towards the door and tries the doorknob, and the doorknob turns and the door does open a crack. It's a bit hard to open it though, because some of the vines have overgrown and near the ground, so they're kind of in the way of the door opening.
Does it also have a sign?
It does. And it says All That Ails You, but only when you look at it at a certain angle, because it seems to be reversed.
I see.
So you look at it, you look at a sign, you look in the window, and you can see it reflecting on the window into All That Ails You.
All
Can
right.
I look through a window and see if I can see anything inside?
No, it wasn't Tyler Breeze. It was McMahon, the guy who owns the place. Anyways, you said you looked into the window?
Yeah.
You look inside and you can see what it looks like inside of the All the Ales that you know, just a couple tables, a nice bar. Seems fairly, while it's not clean, it was clean. It just has overgrown now everything. So I mean, I'm assuming that means you came out of stealth to do that, or 'cause you said you were stealthing.
Yeah, if looking through window means that, then yeah, I would, because I want to see what's inside.
You could approach the window and I guess stealth from the side. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Like underwater, do the whole
yeah.
thing. I'm sorry, I don't know why I automatically think that's underwater, but my brain just goes where the water's right here and you're poking through Navy SEAL. And you go, oh, you're a SEAL.
Seal folk, next character.
The whole game I'm just doing that plug-in sound. Did you get the seal of approval from me?
Oh my god. What are you doing?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought making that fun. Anyone inside? See anyone inside?
You don't see anyone. No, it's just the same as the other place, but just overgrown.
I'm gonna go ahead and come out of stealth because I'm gonna talk.
Okay. I think should we go inside? Mickey, do you see any footprints or anything?
Oh yeah, do the footprints lead up to the place?
Blink. How long does it last for? Do you have to do another ritual, or are you fine?
I think it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, 10 minutes.
Duration up to 10 minutes. Yeah, at this point, from all the walking and the adventure you did, you'd probably be losing it around when you arrived. You could sit down and do it again.
I would have to cast the spell again.
Well, should we go inside?
Maybe.
I will try the door
Does
handle.
that mean you're coming at a stealth too? Because I heard a maybe.
I'm considering it for now. I'm kind of right at the edge.
The bush
Well,
just said maybe.
You
Don't
see
worry
that
about
the
it.
door. You see that the door is already partially open from when Hattori tried it, and you see that it's kind of caught on some vines that are growing around the ground. So while the door is open and unlocked, it's just kind of catching about a foot off of the wall.
Right. Can anyone do something about that?
Maybe
Why does
your
that bush keep talking? No.
your burning powers.
I don't want to set the whole place on fire if this is old dried wood. I do have the sword. I'll take out my sword and try and clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just drinking, and I think I've got spaghetti sauce all over me, so I'm also cleaning that off.
I will use my sword
No one
to
needs to know how messy of an eater I am.
Your sword.
a sword.
Yeah, you chop at it a couple times. Roll some damage.
D8 for my long sword.
I believe so.
That's
What?
1 plus 0, I think, because I have a -1 to strength, I'm pretty sure.
Nice. Well, if it's a 1 minus 0, then it's a 1. Minus 1, I mean. 1 minus 1, because 1 damage is the minimum.
So 1, and then I rolled a 6 minus 1 should be 5.
Okay. So you do manage to, after a couple swings, chop the vine in half, and it gives you a bit more room, which you can then open the door a bit more, and with a bit of strength, you get it open.
All right. I guess I will go ahead and take a step through cautiously. Well,
Okay.
I take my sword and poke the ground in front of me.
You worry about the ground suddenly? The ground
wonder
wasn't the
why.
mimic. You were the mimic.
The building was the mimic the whole time.
You tap the ground and it sounds like wood.
All right.
It doesn't ripple out into water like the previous area did.
Okay, I'll just kind of continue, using my sword as kind of like a clearing
All right.
cane.
So, we can go to the battle screen for no particular reason. This is where y'all are. Get this camera fixed. And this one is, I think we were going with Shay.
Yeah, I'm shy.
So you're over here, you're stepping inside.
Yeah.
All right, you step inside. Do you go around the corner or do you wait for everyone else to come in with you?
I'm gonna wait for everyone.
Okay. So who's next? In what order?
I'll go next.
Okay. So that is, I think we went with this one because the king is going to be Mickey. And then who's
Mickey
after
is
that?
the king.
King Mickey.
Okay, King Mickey.
I'll hail King Miggy.
Oh, I wasn't saying they were next. I was just saying
Oh,
Mickey
okay.
is king. This is
Okay.
me, Squids.
All right. No, I knew what voice it was. I just assumed that you were saying you were going last.
Oh, I mean, I can go now.
Okay. I will get your little wings through that door. Okay, it'll be terrible, but you're there.
Woo. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I should go last just so the wings don't get in the doorway.
Oh gosh.
Then Miggy and Hittori is last. We'll have Ruben be Hittori. So are you turning this corner?
Once everyone's in, yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens. You just turn the corner and you come into the large open area. You can see the kitchen in front of you. To the corner up here, you can see the stairs. Everyone manages to get inside. Yeah.
Except that door was a mimic the whole time.
The door is going to be the bigger threat than anything else here.
Always is.
All right. Okay, so you have this wide open area.
I mean, other than the furniture, anything look out of place other than the overgrown.
It's It's strange. It seems like things are on the opposite side. You don't remember the door being over there. You remember it being over there. The kitchen was always in the middle, but you remember the door to the kitchen being on this side, not this side. Seems a bit reversed.
Here, world shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does anyone else notice that things are a bit backwards here?
Right. I was getting that sense, but I didn't know if it was just me or not.
Yeah, everything seemed weird and like. Ooh.
Oh, now that you pointed it out, yes.
Right.
Hitori, child,
Mm.
did your mousetress try to start this business once before?
I don't really know what she was doing before. She doesn't really talk about herself. It seems to be about everyone else.
Oh, well, have you ever asked her about herself?
I mean, I know her name, but other than that, I haven't really asked a lot. That's weird, isn't it?
It is a little weird.
A little bit.
I feel like I trust her and I don't need to know anything. It's weird.
Well, you should at least find out her birthday.
Oh, that's true. But those might not matter here.
Does that mean
So-
you don't know yours?
I don't really remember mine.
We're having a birthday party when we get back.
I'm sure Ronan will like that.
Well, let's make sure we're actually going to get back before we start planning parties.
So I'll say that all of you came in here and you're all having a discussion in a circle.
Um,
Right. So, should we
Can I-
maybe look around?
I think we should try and stay together in some way, like maybe a buddy and a truddy.
Should we split up and look for clues?
Yes.
Ruh-roh!
I think that's a good idea, gang.
Scooby and Daphne and I will go ahead and go.
Right. And who's Daphne?
I don't know. One of you can decide who's Daphne.
I guess I'll be Daphne.
Perfect. Hello.
This is always how
Velma,
be-
Scooby, and Shaggy, you two together.
This is what I love about D&D. We can be serious as fuck, and then something like this will happen, and it'll be like, okay, who's Shaggy? Who's Scooby?
Hi, I called dibs on Scooby.
You are very Scooby. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, I would like to just look into this kitchen. I'd say let's not go. Let's wait to go upstairs.
You move over towards the kitchen, and you look inside, and you don't see anyone in there. It's just almost as empty. Like, there's obviously, I'll throw some, like, taps here. Like, there's some tables about. But other than that, it's still pretty empty. You do see some, like, bottles of wine and other things back here near where the bar is. You do see some, like, food that isn't decayed. It honestly looks just as fresh as it did in the other place, which is strange with everything being overgrown. It's just weird.
So is it just vines that are overgrown everything, nature and stuff, or is there layers of dust as well?
There's not as much dust, but there is, like, grass that's coming in through the ground. There's a partial tree that's broken out through the wall, I'll say, over here. So we'll give it a bit of a hole with some partial tree here.
Why do I feel like we are led here for some nefarious reason?
I can't help but agree with you there. I don't like this. Not one bit.
Either. I don't
Do you
that
think
at all.
perhaps that it is not old as it looks, but perhaps just an angry tree person came in here and
Might be.
did their stuff?
Well, it might have been you. And I just point to Barwin. But like another one.
Maybe.
It's true. It did say that my intentions, feelings, poisoned the water before. Maybe It's done it again, and it's covered this place in trees. I don't.
Oh, but like a different one, the one that was watching us.
But
I
it worries
guess
me.
that makes sense.
Maybe. Why is this place backwards?
So I'll say you're all having this discussion. Is anyone watching the tree? I don't know if it's important for any reason. I'm just wondering if anyone's watching the tree.
At this point, I think I will.
Okay, just because I said it. Cool, got it. You'll be over here looking
Yeah.
at it.
Listen. When the DM says something, you get on that shit.
Yeah.
Unless it's plot, in which case you ignore the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I go to the bar? You said there's bottles of wine.
Yeah, that's generally in the same area. So even though it's not really visible here, it's just like there's a bit of a table over here, we'll say, and like this.
I'm going to so sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and just look at the bottle and see if there's like a year on it, or
Okay.
anything that might indicate like if we're in the same place, if this is like a lookalike, I don't know.
Make a, I guess, investigation check for looking for a bottle that has the date on it.
11.
You do find some bottles that aren't fully destroyed, either by like a tree pushing through or something like that. A bit dirty, not dusty. What would the year be? I'll say it says third lull on it.
Does that mean anything to me?
Not really,
Hmm.
but it's the closest thing you can find to a date.
Is there any other writing on it?
Most of it is strange to you. You kind of reverse it side by side looking at it, and it seems to be backwards.
Somewhere Shay is crying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I will bring the bottle back over to everyone. This bottle, is it just me or is it odd?
Right. Well, that's.
So
I'm
is
gonna-
Lul spelled LLUL?
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to figure out what it's saying.
I'm gonna take a quick pause from looking at the tree. Just to look at the bottle.
LLUL3,
Yeah.
DR3.
DR3. Yeah.
Is it written in? I know it's backwards, but is it common?
Yeah.
Right. I don't reckon this is particularly natural.
Yeah.
And does third lull mean anything to the rest of us?
No.
Oh.
Right. Anyways, and I'm gonna go back to looking at the tree.
Do
But
people
that's the only place on the line where it looks like it's saying a date, like this is when it was made kind of thing.
do people usually write backwards?
Not in my. Well, I guess I don't know actually. I didn't when I wrote
And it
that
is
note
kind of weird
before.
with everything here being backwards.
Is this a backwards place?
I know it's almost as everything mirrored to what we know
Oh,
it as.
we climbed inside a mirror.
Maybe we did.
I mean, that barrier could have been like a mirror.
And then we got inside. Now we're class.
Did you want to move this investigation upstairs?
It probably wouldn't hurt to take a peek.
Right. I'm probably gonna stay with this thing just because, You know, when the DM says something, you don't trust it.
Oh my god.
Did you hear a voice from the god? Did you hear the creepy demon whispers like I did?
Yeah, I think
Oh my
so.
god.
But mine sounded like Canadian.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that is, but
I don't know what that is either.
Well, someone should stay with you. So who
Right,
wants to stay down here? I
Well,
mean, I can.
Stairs.
I'm just
Stairs are
gonna
bad
say
for my bones.
one more enemy has been added to the enemy pool.
God damn it.
Fuck.
I don't regret it.
There was only X, but now there's X plus 1.
X got a date.
I can't believe X got a date. Good for them.
They RSVP to this battle +1. Good for them.
There's gonna be
Oh.
another. There's gonna be another.
You're
I just hear
plus 2.
I just hear extra minis being picked up. I'm just going, all
Yeah,
right.
you
And
thought you heard 1 foot shuffling, but now suddenly there's 6. No.
Fuck.
Weird how the ground is shaking.
You head upstairs. One of you is staying back to, I guess, watch the tree.
I think Miggy was staying down there as well, correct?
Yes.
Or was I making that up?
Yeah.
No.
I will go up.
Stairs. Stairs are bad for his back. He'll just stay with Ashy.
Little frail old man bones.
That's
That's
valid.
right.
His old man
So you
bones
all-
hate it.
Head over here, which is roughly where the stairs are. You go upstairs. I can't switch this map fast enough to be upstairs.
Valid.
Okay.
Understandable.
If I had
Totally
more tiles, I totally would have done it.
Right, yeah.
But if you're gonna fight, it's probably gonna be down here.
We'll hear a commotion and run down.
So you get upstairs, and it is also just like it was below, which is more overgrown. You can see that there are some of the rooms, the doors are open, which were the rooms where you had been staying.
Huh.
And the windows are open, and you can see that vines have grown through and other wildlife and plants. And you can see some of the rooms have very poisonous looking plants, very colorful and beautiful though. There are some wildlife, like you see some mice and other things skittering around. At one point you think you see a snake.
Ground snake.
Mhm.
Oh. All right. Should we check the rooms together then?
Yeah, I think there's snakes. Also mice.
Be careful then.
Why are all of our doors open?
I don't know. Can I glance into the first room that's open? Is anyone?
As I said, basically it's like some colorful plants, some wildlife.
Okay.
Oh,
no
yeah,
people.
nothing new.
Nothing major up here. Going into the next room, nothing really unusual. Roll a D100 for me, as for both of you.
Oh, both of us.
97.
24.
Well, both at different spectrums of this. Okay,
Fear.
I'll add that to my notes.
I hate.
The two of you continue to the next room.
I
You
pause
said
and I
97, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pause in the doorway as I hear the demon whispers, just making fun of me, but not telling me what's going on. They're just whispering, I know something and you don't. And I'm like, what is it? Tell me.
You get to the third room. It's fairly empty. You do see for a moment what looks to be a cloak kind of fluttering from the room outside to one of the windows. It then kind of like ripples into the air and vanishes as far as you can tell.
Perhaps that was just a curtain or something.
It looked to be about green or blue in color. Maybe even been a bed sheet. You're not sure. You head into the next room. Still nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just continue searching rooms real fast.
Yeah, you get through all of the rooms as they were for the previous ones. They're fairly empty. You see some of the beds that are displaced. Make a perception check when you get to the last room.
Oh, that's pretty good. Perception +4. 19. No, 20.
Both of us?
Dirty
Mhm.
20.
Perception 16.
Okay. Kanara, you're about to turn around and like start heading back down the stairs. Because as far as you're concerned, there's nothing here. Excuse me. Balrun, you think you see a hand underneath the bed?
I will grab Kanara's arm and go. And then I'll just kind of like walk in the room, just kind of like meander in the room and stuff.
You see what looks to be like, I don't know, what are some basic non-spooder based insects? Crickets.
Gnats,
like that.
Crickets,
Yeah,
gnats.
something that's kind of like just bouncing around, and then the hand quickly
Silverfish.
grabs it, pulls it in, and then you can hear crunching inside from underneath the bed.
Okay, can I? I'm gonna prep a firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go, well, to a crunchy friend under the bed, it's best you come out, my friend. I have a firebolt and I'm not afraid to use it.
I think the +1 is found. Nice.
Possibly.
There's no sound. Nothing replies.
Tweet.
Can I try and like scoot the bed away? Like displace the bed from where it's sitting?
Okay, so you're walking towards the bed, and what are you displacing it with?
My body.
Oh, you're just moving the bed.
Like
moving the
I'm
bed?
gonna like grab the bed and you know.
Do you have like one hand pointed towards that area, and then the other hand you're going towards it and trying to pull it away?
Yeah.
Or do
Okay.
do you want me to pull it so you? Well, you do the.
Oh shit! Yes, that might be good. Like Yu Hakusho style, I got like finger gun with a bright fiery light at the end.
I will try pulling the bed so that you can have your you can just shoot whatever's under there.
So you pull the bed. Make a athletics check for pulling the bed.
At a -1.
Yep.
14.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you pull the bed aside.
I rolled a 15.
Pull the bed aside and you tugging and kind of shifting it to the side, and there's nothing there.
I want to just set the whole building on fire. I feel like people wouldn't be that mad.
I kind of do actually.
I don't think anybody would be upset if we just went all of it. We don't have to keep it. Nobody's here.
No, I actually kind of want to do that. For real, though.
Slam! Your door closes.
No, I want to leave. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna look towards the door. Is anyone there?
No one's there?
I'm stepping away from this bed, though.
I'm going to the door. Is it locked? Can I get out?
Hear this. And then, Kanara, you feel a hand brush against your ankle.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm in the air. No.
Okay.
No.
You throw your leg out. You got the wings up. You're in the air, and you look down, and you can just see this hand slowly reach back up from underneath the bed, as though it's like attached itself to the bottom of it.
I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it
to the
here.
mattress.
I really want you to know that I hate it here.
I think I should just shoot it with fire. Should I just shoot it with fire? Just put it with fire, right?
Just burn the bed. It doesn't matter. No one sleeps here.
Stop grabbing my friend, or I'll burn the house down.
No sound.
Oh God. Is the door locked?
You try the door?
Yeah.
Can I hold
You open the door.
Through the door, my friend.
I flap over. I'm on the other side. I'm like, hey, when we... Come on. I'm not going to leave the doorway until I see you halfway also through it.
Is the hand still, like, sitting there?
No, it went right back in underneath the mattress. It's almost as if it's inside the mattress. It's very unnerving.
It's part of the bed.
What? Okay. Don't sass me, son.
Look, it's an abandoned house. Firebomb it. Yeah.
My brain is so like, fuck! I don't watch scary movies.
No one lives here. We can burn the house down.
Yeah, I'm gonna, can I take my sword and, like, poke the mattress with it.
Oh, so you're not leaving. All right.
I mean, if
Okay.
I see you're not leaving, I'm gonna go back to the doorway. I'm not gonna let it close.
You poke the mattress.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cut into it. It's just a
With a-
mattress.
Right. I think we should go get everyone else now.
Yeah. I was like holding the door open in the doorway.
I'm gonna like back up without taking my eyes off this mattress.
Okay. You back up and you suddenly hear as like a cat suddenly claws at your legs and then darts off through the doorway and down the stairs.
What color was this fucking cat?
It's black cat.
Oh, which one of them is the black cat? Is that Hatari's the black cat? No, Rowan's the black cat.
Which one was the?
Oh, Ronan! Stop!
No answer.
I'm just gonna like wrap my arms around you and start pulling you backwards out of the room.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna back up and start running after this cat.
You do, however, take 1 slashing damage from the cat slashing at your ankle, and
Okay.
Understandable.
And you two chase after the cat.
Yeah.
After 10 steps, make a con save.
Okay. My con.
I got a nat 20, which in
You don't have
total
to make a con save.
is a 22.
You don't have to make a con save. It's
13. No,
Oh.
wait. Yeah, 13.
I'll let you save the nat 20 for something else.
I thought we had con saves. I was real excited.
It was only what was yours, Baron?
13.
There's a as your heart kind of like stops for a moment, and then you stop in place and you look down and you can just see a hand reaching out through the ground wrapped around your ankle where the cat had clawed into you.
I'm gonna shoot it with fire.
Okay, you shoot the hand.
I shoot it with fire.
Roll.
Okay. Let me pull that shit up.
Kanara, you see nothing there.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
15, 16, 17, 18.
That hits the thing for sure.
Okay, firebolt. Sorry, I gotta pull.
Yeah, it's the noise you hear from underneath the bed.
Don't play that fucking game with me. It's 1d10 of fire damage. 9 points of damage.
Oh, you burn one hell of a hole in the ground as you just blast this fireball, and you watch the hand kind of almost disintegrate, but then you realize it's just pulling back through the ground and into nothing. But there's now this massive hole where the fireball hit.
Okay, so we
And
are
you
burning.
can actually see Eshi looking up at you.
Okay, so we are burning the house down?
No, there was an arm that grabbed me from the floor. I think we
Oh,
should go now. I don't like it here anymore. I
can
think we should burn it.
Do you,
burn it.
do you want me to just try to, and I just like float up, I just fly a little bit. I'm like, do you want me to just hold, they can't touch you if you're not on the ground.
I mean, if you can hold me up, that'd be great, but we should just burn this place. Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
should
just
burn
pick
it.
you up, and I'll fly us both downstairs. Can't I pick them up with my negative
As
1
you're-
strength?
Make an athletics check to try to. If you want, you can keep your 20 for that.
No, I want to keep it for something that's gonna keep me alive.
I'll let you keep it for one more roll.
So it's a 15 because I rolled a 16 minus 1.
One more roll could mean your initiative roll.
I'll take it.
15?
Mhm.
Yeah. You do manage to kind of pick them up a bit. They are kind of. You were a lanky or.
Yeah, I'm a
armored, right?
pretty tall, lanky person. I'm like 6'1".
You
You're
get their feet like 2 inches off the ground.
Oh, I pick you up, but I realize I'm like, oh, you're tall. This is
Yeah, because
counterproductive.
the ceiling,
I'm a very short and squat bird. So flying
and you
matters.
get to like where the stairs are, and you realize that there's just this one black cat staring at you from the stairs.
Hey, what if I don't like cats right now.
If you're going to mess with me, I will shoot you with fire, my friend.
Mind you, this is happening while I'm holding you, like by your armpits.
And yeah, and it just kind of turns around, and you watch as it starts going down the stairs, and then falls through the stairs, kind of things, like just slowly evaporates through it.
Just a no clip glitch.
Yeah.
We have to kill the cat.
And Tori downstairs goes, no.
Sorry, what?
There's a cat up
Hitori's
here.
with you. Hitori's with you.
Oh,
She's
she
also
she went up
she's
the
freaking
stairs.
out.
Oh, I didn't know she also came with us up the
Yeah,
stairs.
she was with you. Yeah.
You saw that.
There's a
right?
black cat. It scratched me. Then a hand grabbed me. I think we're just gonna kill it. Let's
The
just burn
bed
place
is a
to the ground.
person. We just got.
Put it down.
What if we burn down a whole abandoned house? Nobody lives
The
here. Burn
bed
it.
is people.
Hold on. I need to go and quote that on our Twitter. The bed is
Hang on.
go ahead.
Oh
What? The bed is a
Yeah,
person.
we're just gonna burn it with fire. We're just burn it. We're just gonna burn it for every hour. We're just gonna burn this fucking place with fire.
Are we sure that's what we want to do here?
You just didn't have a decent body hand come out of the ground and grab you. I think we should.
The bed is a
You're all-
person.
At. The bed is a person. This is where you all at.
Are we sure about this now?
No, just scared. I'd like to go now. I'd like to go home, please. This is a terrible idea.
I hate it. I really do hate this. I hate all of this place.
I don't want to remember anything. I will just become a cook with Ronan back at the shop.
That does sound delightful.
I don't
So,
remember
arson
memories.
then?
Arson.
So you
B is
just,
for Barson.
right? Are we sure about this though?
Nope. Nope.
Not at
Does anyone
all.
see the black cat?
Well, I mean, burning the place down. Are we sure we're just gonna, torch it?
Nope. I'm not really sure, but do you see a black cat down here?
Start looking around.
You see Hitori, but like you know that they can turn into a black cat. You've had this discussion.
Right, but you've been in their sights the whole time, right?
Oh yeah, whole time right here. I saw it. Not cool.
It's a black cat, right?
Okay.
It was very. Terrifying.
Wait, you can add quotes to row hotness.
Yeah, if you do exclamation point add quote and then type in the quote, it adds it, and then anyone can do this fun little thing called exclamation point quote, and it just adds them in.
Oh.
Oh.
The bed is a person.
What's our second quote?
I forgot what it was. There is a cooldown in between it. It does have a cooldown, so you gotta
Okay.
wait a quick sec.
Find the Church of Swall.
But yeah.
I put them
So
in
what are you
yes.
doing?
I'm running down the stairs looking for this black cat.
You're already downstairs. You're with everyone in the circle.
Did you
right
all
here.
see anything? Is there
No.
anything
No,
worth value, or can we just
didn't.
go?
No, we didn't notice anything.
I think we should just go. Let's just go. Let's just go home. We're just gonna go home. We should just go home. I think we should just go home. Nothing to see here. It's not fun. It's just a mirror. Let's go.
This is an awful place. I hate it here. A hand grabbed me from under the bed.
It's true. A hand did in fact grab a little bird from under the bed.
I hate it. I hate it.
All right, so
We
then
Just burn it. Just burn it. You
don't go near the beds. I
But-
mean,
It's the whole place evil. There's a cat. It sunk into the stairs. Like it became part. It went like.
The cat, the stairs did eat the cat, or the cat did eat the stairs. I don't know exactly when.
All
What
bad.
version? All not good.
so
I'm
we're
Very
leaving?
uncomfortable with the situation we have found ourselves in.
Gramps, what are we doing?
I'm gonna grab Kanara over into kind of like a half hug because they're freaking out.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Hi. Bed is a person.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
So you
Oh.
keep saying. Oh, I think we're just doing some arson, aren't we?
Nobody lives here. We could just burn it down.
Well, I think the hand lives here, but
They
that's
don't deserve a
probably fine.
house.
C is for commit arson.
Oh no. The map left.
Oh, did the phone die? Oh, the phone died. Well,
Ah, there
Well,
it
I guess
is. I guess there's no
I
combat.
guess we don't get to do no combat.
So
well, hold on.
I guess we're all good. And
I guess we
nothing
just
ba-
commit
I
arson.
cannot reach it. So
No, there's no basement. Don't even put that in the mind of the DM's charm. Don't
There's
do this
actually a
to us,
basement.
Strom.
Why would
No,
you
there's
say
not,
those words?
Izzy.
No,
There's a basement.
I hate it.
Nope.
But
Don't say
it's one of
the
those
B
like
word.
cellar thingies in the
Nope.
that
Oh
you lift up the.
No, there's a
Nope.
man down there asking me if I want to see wine, and I'll end up in a wall somehow.
Yep.
I don't want to be
Anyways.
here.
What is your decision? What are you doing? Because apparently
Burn
the
it.
camera's gone.
Right. We're torching the damn place.
Let's just burn it. Nobody lives here. Burn it.
We should get outside first.
Well,
before
yes.
we do that.
I was gonna
Crap,
say
no,
save the
stop.
cats, but I don't care anymore.
I don't think my firebolt is strong enough to burn. I
well-
mean, I just keep shooting it off every 6 seconds or so.
I mean, well, you gotta
Yeah.
start somewhere. Where we starting?
Let's get outside first, and I'm just gonna start like wandering
You
towards the
all
door.
get outside. I guess we don't need the map because my phone died. I'm gonna have to make sure it was. I thought it was plugged in. It was not.
Oh,
And we're just gonna start torching from
Far, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess you're like, I really want this to burn, and I don't know if you knew, but you have produced flames as well, and not produced flames. Is it produced flames? Let me go look.
I did not know that.
Produce flames, and that is a cone which you just start freaking burning.
You're just an elven flamethrower at this point.
Apparently, I didn't know I could actually do this. This is actually kind of exciting.
just two different types of fire.
Someone
I'm
call
gonna-
me Bon because my name is Bonfire.
I don't know.
Is there any way we can help the fire along?
Do you all have fire powers?
Do I have fire powers, DM?
I'm gonna look at my hands and think really hard about fire.
Same.
Let me
as will
find
I.
out. Look at your hands and think really hard about fire. Okay, so Kanara does not.
Damn. Somebody hit me, then I can make a fire.
Wait.
Eshi, you think about it, and you feel this like cold energy building
Right,
inside
nope.
of you,
I'm
and you're
not
like,
using
nope,
that.
nope, that's not
Not
the
the
right
place.
one.
Not the right one. Not the place. If I needed to freeze something on the spot, I could do that, but I don't.
Nope, no one else seems to have fire. So you spend, I'm guessing, at least a minute just torching different points of this building.
Yep.
Can I help it along by like picking up? Do the thing there? Oh, there's okay. Listen, another bird fact. There's an issue with a lot of birds where they will pick up burning twigs during wildfires and move them around so that they can spread the fire to flush out game. So can I? That's actually an issue that firefighters have. Is that some birds will just fucking pick up burning twigs during a wildfire and spread the fire further so they can get all the rabbits and the mice to run and then they can pick them up. It's actually a real issue with a lot of hawks and sparrows. That's a
Are
fun
you
little fact.
saying that birds commit arson?
Birds do actually commit arson. That's a real world fact, real world bird information, bird facts. So can I just do that?
Thank you for joining us
I
again
mean,
for Bird
I guess
Facts,
you
Sid.
pick up some branches and start helping with burning this place.
I just pick it. I just move it over to torch other
Um,
parts, like the roof that's like hard to hit. I got bird
It's-
facts. I'm full of bird facts.
Now
It
that
is-
I've-
Noticing you helped torching it, I think I'm gonna do the same.
It is very well on fire. Like,
now it's having a moment to calm down and think about it. There might have been things in there we should have looked at before we burned it, but
Probably,
Clues?
but at the
I'm-
same time,
I
if
wouldn't
it
have
threatens
found them.
us with that kind of stuff,
so how long are you standing around here waiting to see how the fire does?
Do I have any stale marshmallows in my pocket?
Definitely. You
I am
have
roasting those.
yes.
you have like, I know it's
Yes.
only like the kind you put in like hot chocolate, but you do have little marshmallows with you.
Oh,
Oh, in that case, I'm just gonna like put them on the end of my fingernails and roast them over the fire
Yeah,
on my fingernails,
yes.
and I'll share.
Oh,
Yay!
best. I love it. Grandpa, you're
Thank you,
amazing.
Grandpa Mickey.
This warms my little like arson heart right now.
So how long are you gonna wait around? Like,
We gotta have a couple of marshmallows, and those take
10
some
minutes,
time.
20 minutes, guys.
okay, so the place is burning down, and
Wait
the
for it
fire
to
doesn't
burn.
seem to move towards like any of the trees. It doesn't touch them, strangely.
Ah.
While the area itself is burning, none of the brush, none of the trees around are.
Oh, that's concerning. Do we see any black cats running out?
No,
Do we see any hands or beds running out?
no.
Do we see a mattress running
Yeah.
out of
Just,
fire?
just the whole ass bed.
Um,
Suddenly a bed smashes through the window
Yeah,
on
that
fire,
jumped
starts
out of the
rolling
window.
around.
It's a person.
well, I think we've kind of done our job. Should we try and find our way back?
Probably.
I don't know how
Most
the
likely.
mistress is going to feel about the fact that we literally just set this all on fire.
We did
Right,
burn
well-
down a different her tavern, but it was broken.
I mean, maybe it was competition.
Maybe, but I don't know. It's just a bad vibe here. Bad vibes.
Or an
Well,
imposter. Maybe someone was trying to pretend to be her business and lure people in.
That's
That's
also bad.
fair.
that's kind of suspicious, don't you think?
Well, that doesn't happen anymore, I guess. Marshmallow?
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
Anyone have any memories while doing this? Anything strike you as reminiscent?
Yes, does arson jargle any of our memories?
Exact does it.
Oh my god, I actually have to roll for this. Hold on.
So which
I'm
of us is an arsonist? I mean,
Which one?
my money is on the person who can make fire with their hands.
Balrin, this is not the first time you've seen buildings burning. You just start having memories and you're looking over something, and you can see hundreds of buildings on fire. You can hear people screaming, running in and out of the buildings, trying to grab things. You can see soldiers fighting something. You see these strange figures that look kind of like people but aren't. And then nothing.
Okay. I will like stagger back, and I mean, kind of like flop to my booty and just kind of stare off.
Yeah.
And
Y'all
you're
right?
all looking at the building. It's not on fire at all.
Huh?
Still standing there, just fine. Door closed. The vine still grown back over it.
Well, that is strange.
Kinara, you can see what looks to be a cat-like head poking out from the top window, looking down at you, then peering back down.
I flip it off as the minute I see the cat. Just
What's your name?
exactly.
Tony!
Fuck you, Tony. What's your name?
Kanara! Fuck you, Kanara!
And
Oh.
See a black paw coming up. No.
If I say, I'm just
so,
like, oh, we're doing this now.
Y'all all right?
I
Balrin, you. What's going on?
this isn't the first building I've seen on fire.
Huh?
Oh.
I mean, just all of a sudden, it was just all these different images of. I mean, so many buildings. It could be hundreds of buildings on fire, and there's screaming, and people running in and out of the flames, and soldiers fighting things that looked like people but weren't people.
I'm gonna kneel down in front of them and put my hand on top of their head. You're not there right now, all right? You're here with us. Pat their head a couple times. Stand back up.
We've
Right.
Making you suddenly remember you were a therapist, detective, doctor.
He's old. He's done it all.
It's like a good like 90s sitcom where like Miggy's a therapist, but for some reason keeps finding their way into murder scenes and no one fucking questions it.
Yep.
I mean, we did
Like-
also establish that there are healing pats. Did Miggy give a healing pat?
Let me go find out. I just realized that is a thing. Let me go find out.
Like a feel better pat?
Do you have any? Well, guidance.
Yeah.
Kind of give them guidance.
Yeah, I'll cast a little guidance for no reason. I don't know why I do it. Just because it feels good.
Yeah,
I
it
could also
does make
cast
you feel a
mending
bit
on you,
better.
but I don't know what do you
Yeah.
think?
I don't-
Alright.
Can you do mending, but for my brain?
Can you do mental mending, please? I could really use that.
It's a therapist spell.
That would be great. That would help so much.
I could really use one.
You know, I know
Uh,
I know another group of kids that could really use that.
Yeah.
They're actually all the therapists that we've all been talking about is Miggy.
The end goal is getting to make. I beg of you, can that be? We finally get somewhere where there's therapy, and it's just Mickey.
It's just Miggy. Oh, hello. Um,
Yes.
I know I'm here with all of you, but why do I remember buildings? Do I not want to remember because I'm the one who caused the fires?
Maybe,
Or it's just something terrible's going on, and I don't want myself to go back into what's going on.
maybe something sad happened,
Right?
and you just don't want to remember it.
I mean, maybe the note is correct. I don't want to remember, and I shouldn't remember.
Well, I think that's more for you to decide than anyone else.
Anyone else worried about the fact the building just regrew?
Oh,
That
Yeah,
also
but we're trying to
terrifies
work
me.
on therapy before we get back to the harsh reality that everything's crashing down around us.
All right.
We gotta
honestly, I
make sure we're
didn't
like okay
realize.
mentally, and then we
I mean, I
can.
don't think we're ever going to be okay mentally. I mean, look at where we're at right now, but
Um,
Fair.
well, I think it's time for us to go back for some mini golf.
Now
Yeah.
you're talking. Up on your feet.
Let's go to play
Right.
mini golf. Do you want me to?
go
To-
for a couple rounds.
And I just open my arms for like, do you want me, and wings, just like, do you want me to?
No, I appreciate it, my friend, but that wouldn't be fair to everyone else.
All right.
Right, well, I mean, I am not a light lady, so
I think you're
You
the only
start-
one I can carry.
Oh, good to know.
You start walking back, right? Is that what you're doing?
yeah.
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 Okay. You start walking back. You follow the trail with the candies on the trap. You got a general idea where the other ones are because the ground's displaced in those spots, and you all manage to get across just fine. Get back to the strange circle with all the different footsteps. You get to the clearing in the trees, and you find yourself right back in front of the torn down, dilapidated all that ails you.
I hate it here.
I'm sorry. What the fuck?
I hate it
After-
here.
This is a sign we have more to do here, I suppose.
I hate. I, I hate you. I just yell at the. I'm just yelling at
See
the
the
building.
cat flipping you off from the window.
Ah.
I don't get it. We
Oh. Oh.
What?
Is that why all of the steps was in a circle? 'Cause it's a circle.
I'm so proud of my players when they figure things out.
I can't leave it. I just lay down on the
You
ground.
can keep
Just
role playing that, but I'm just so proud. I have proud face on.
I'm gonna lay down on the ground, just on my side, dying. It's a circle.
I don't
Could I?
Well, circle of fright, I guess.
Not good enough one liner to end it
Eh.
on.
and it scares us
How
all.
dare you?
Can I
Yes.
call out to the demon voice I heard before? Just
What demon
mentally.
voice?
When I was fighting the plant, you said that my hellish rebuke was
Oh,
caused
yeah,
by
yeah.
a demon
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
Can I just like call to it and go, "Can you make it stop being a circle?"
You shouting out loud to everyone, or
Yeah, I mean I'll say it out loud, but my intention is for the spooky whispers in my brain.
you don't hear any reply,
Oh, fuck.
Okay, it's fishing for spells.
but each of you are now level 2. and that's where we end the session.
Oh, great. I'm
No.
terrified.
Oh God, with
So-
random shit.
All level 2 is going to be random as well. None of this is going to be.
Oh.
It's all going to be random. I'm going to have to do some rolls. Next episode should be the last one of this for now. I think we're going to do this once a month afterwards, but yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
And we have to
Son
find out what our level changes.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you're just going to have new things happen and you won't know. Yep.
Just a bunch of new shit.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, we'll see you I guess Friday, because
Friday.
we didn't do this Friday. Yeah.
We'll see you
we'll
next
see
week
Friday.
Friday for
Restart.
woo.
And then
Restart.
Saturday will be
Yo,
Pillion. No, not Pillion. We just did Pillion.
it's me,
Andoria.
Andoria.
Listen, I am. DM's fucking me up. I don't know what anything is anymore.
Time's not
and
real.
then
And then episode 3 of this.
yep.
So we'll see. We'll see you then.
I don't understand anything anymore.
That's fair. I don't
Alright.
understand anything either.
Help me. You're the one running this.
So everyone, while we go and realize that we know nothing about nothing. Thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to check out our Twitter. Follow us on there. You'll find all our fun updates. You can also
Follow us
subscribe,
here.
follow on here. Check out our,
Check out the
awesome,
artists.
fun Discord channel where we talk to each other and shenanigans. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm
Beat me
gonna
to it.
go cry.
No.
See ya. Next week.
I'm just gonna go sob now.
I'm terrified.